welcome. Let me turn on my game sound here quick, and I'll see if I can answer a couple of the questions I saw in chat. I play a gnome shadow priest. Gnomes can't be hunters, but anybody can have pets. You can get pets in any class you want, and if you're a hunter, specifically for a Beastmaster hunter, you could have like your combat pet and then your battle pet, and then like your other combat pet, and then you can summon just like 6 more combat pets, and you're basically a walking zoo. So if that's your class fantasy, then go forth and be a Beastmaster. So, I'm gonna log in to check my transmog to find out what robe I was wearing in that intro. As you can see, my current transmog, this is a little loud, isn't it? System, calm down. Calm down. As you can see, my transmog is a mess. This is like half the Chromie set, half the Midsummer shoulders, and then I don't even know where the helmet came from. I think I was trying to match it to the Chromie set because I didn't like the Chromie helmet. I'm not 100%. Anyways, I'm going to figure out what I was wearing in that, and I might switch back to it because that was no good. Sup, Adam, Norma, Angelina, how was vacation? Vacation was wonderful. I kind of missed the beach already, but it's also really nice to be home. It feels like I just lost 3 days. Like, I remember all the things that I did during that time, but because I was so off my normal schedule and like away from home and not making videos, it feels like it didn't even happen. So let me hop on my trusty transmog mount and fix this mess of hot garbage because that just won't stand. My kitty is joining us this side. My kitty is joining us today for a nap. I don't know how long she'll stay, but she seems pretty sleepy. She did all her crazy running around before, so I keep that set. Yeah, that's the one. All right, okay, so transmogrified to chrono. Hang on, I gotta apply it maybe. Transmogrified to. Hang on, I will figure this out. It's been a while since I've done this. Wouldn't it show me? It used to say transmogrified too, and it did just a second ago, but Chronoscryer's robe was the Chromie thing. So that's how I know that's not what I'm wearing. This is questing gear. This is, like, Legion questing gear, dungeon gear, like the early stuff. It was just a really nice, oh, you know, maybe that was last tier. Maybe that was the priest tier robe. With the questing shoulders. I think that might be what it is. Oh, that's why. It's not mocked. That's why it's not telling me. It's not mocked. That is the Purifier's cassock. So that's Priest Nighthold tier. There may be a lookalike if you play another clothy, but otherwise it's just a regular Priest Nighthold. I watched like 3 of your other streams today. Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot of watching. They're pretty, well, they're not long, but they're, you know, if you end them, they're pretty long. Welcome back, Hazel. Oh, thanks, Norma. Oh man, I kind of want to show you. It's not very exciting, but I think I'm going to show you anyways. Hang on just a sec. Okay. Sorry. So we went to the aquarium, like we went to the Oregon Coast, we did the Oregon Coast aquarium thing, and I knew I wanted a souvenir because I've been to the aquarium one time before and I didn't get a plushie then and I wanted to. So like at the end of our tour through the aquarium, I was just like in the gift shop and they have like plushies of pretty much every animal that they have at the aquarium. And I'm like, do I get a turtle? Do I get a dolphin? They didn't even have dolphins. The squid is really cool and the jellyfish and the sea otters got like a leak and like, I couldn't decide, but then I remembered I was trying to think of what my favorite animal was, and the sea lion exhibit. Like we hung around the aquarium like almost all day, and watched pretty much all of like they do the feeding thing where they like feed the animals and like tell you about them and have them do their stuff and whatever. And the sea lion one, they were training the sea lion to do a backflip, but she couldn't quite do it yet. So she would just kind of like jump up in the air and then just like make a huge splash because she couldn't quite turn all the way around. Thanks, Jonathan. I do this to feel special. I hope it does make you feel special. Also, I enjoy your emotes. People make fun of the Google emotes, but they're growing on me. But yeah, the sea lion, and she almost made the backflip, but she makes the most gigantic splash because she like can't do it. And her name was Catalina, I think. And I was so proud. I'd never been so proud of a sea lion in my life, so I decided to get a little plushy sea lion, and I named her Catalina. And this is my sea lion plush souvenir. It's no cat, and I missed my cat quite dearly. We had a friend come in and check in on her, and she's an auto feeder, and we left it like a lot of water. She was totally fine for like a day or two. I think it was like 2 nights on her own, and she had somebody to check on her, but I missed my cat alive. Greetings from Austria. It is 3 minutes after midnight, right? Like not like 3 minutes in the AM. That's crazy. That's so early. Why are you up? I guess it's Friday. You can do whatever you want. I guess actually it would be Saturday, wouldn't it? Hey, Ellipse and Aiden. How many plushies do you have, or is that a silly question? I have a lot of WoW plushies. I don't have that many non-WoW plushies because I know I'm going to have so many WoW plushies that I try not to collect too many different ones, but I couldn't resist with this one. On the WoW shelf, we've got 18 on the WoW shelf, and then there's a Baneling somewhere down there that turns into a Baneling that turns into a Zergling. So it's like 19, this is like 20, so 20-ish. I like plushies. I like collecting stuff, but the figurines and whatever, they're so delicate. I don't want to break anything. And my cat, as you've seen if you've watched some of the vlogs from last month, likes to knock things off of surfaces, as cats do. And I don't want something so breakable that I'm going to be worried about it all the time. So plushies are great because they're cuddly and they're squishy and they're cute and they're not too expensive typically, and you can't break them. So I love collecting plushies. What happened to the cat? Nothing happened to the cat. The cat's fine. She's right over there. Over there. I just couldn't take her with me on our vacation to the Oregon coast. Greetings from Denmark. That's more than me. I am jealous. Yeah, next time they have one of those big sales on the gear store, if they ever do that again, maybe that was like a once in a lifetime thing, but if they ever have one of those sales, that was some good stuff. I never would have had that many otherwise. Did you see my tweet, Hazel? No, I haven't looked at Twitter since I left. Maybe I did. Did I see your tweet? Tweet. No. Where is it? Are you sure you tweeted me? How long ago was this? I got nothing. I got nothing, bro. And I turned on my notifications too. Before I had it not notify me. Yeah, no, it's not here. Oh, maybe you didn't tweet it to me. Maybe I should look up your profile. If I can, yeah, there's your name. I'm really determined to figure this out now. I need to know. You've retweeted some hero stuff. Oh, there it is. Oh, you got your Shadow Priest artifact. You got your Shadow Priest hidden artifact? Or just the regular one? You're a Shadow Priest now. Is that it? Was there something else? I feel like I'm missing something. Greetings from Hillsborough. Hello. How are you liking the weather we've been having? It's a little bit more manageable this week, but last week was too much. Okay, so what are we doing on stream today? So we are doing viewer LFR. Not a lot of viewer LFR, mind you, but as you can see, Raid Finder gates of hell are open, and we can now go fight Goroth, Harjatan, and Sassine. And normally, I can't stand LFR because it's so like, I get kind of bored raiding in my guild with my friends on a difficulty that's challenging. LFR actually puts me to sleep, but I need tier. I have well, my bag. This is just a gigantic mess of stuff. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be wearing. I'm probably wearing the wrong thing. But I have 2 pieces, and I really badly need 4, and I think Sassine can drop me my pants. So basically, we're going to do LFR. I'm going to hope for pants. I don't have any bonus rolls left, so this is just kind of like a prayer. But from what I understand, we can just fill a raid with as many people as we want and then queue for it, assuming we have less than, like, what, 40, 20, 25? Actually, that's a good question to figure out. How many people can I do this with? I went online to try and figure out today what the minimum item level was, because I wanted to know what I should require, because you probably, like, a fresh 780 item level 800 or level 110 is probably going to have a hard time in there, so I wanted to know what item level I should, like, be looking for this pug group. And, no, I couldn't figure out anywhere what the item level requirements are, because I don't have any characters below them, so I figured we'll just look for, like, what, 870-ish plus? Shouldn't be too hard. Let's do this LFR. You made me start at Shadow Priest today, got him to level 26. Nice! One of the videos on my list, and I don't know when I'm going to do it, because I'm going to do tomb guides. I'm going to finish the tomb guides before I do anything else, just because I can't start something and not finish it. Don't talk to me about the Brawler's Guild, guys. But I want to do a video talking about Shadow Priests from a leveling perspective, like basically doing a really basic overview of what the buttons do, what orders and combos and whatever you want to do with them as you get them, like in order. And then do a separate video going over just like the very basics of how to set yourself up for like raiding in dungeons and whatnot at level 110, specifically because Javier asked me to make one for his mom. You'll need to be 860? Alright, well, we'll look for like 860, 870-ish. If you're LFR, yeah, we're gonna do it. So, right now what I'm trying to figure out is how many people can we bring? Raid bots can tell you what to wear. Yeah, I don't know if I trust them, though. I checked, and it was like, this is your best set, and I'm like, cool. And then I simmed some other sets that I had, and it's like, no, those are way better. And I'm like, well, you lied to me. I don't trust you. Sassy Pants Boss, yeah. It's totally at you. The regular one, you hit 100 on Priesthood. Nice. Tell us about your tea. I haven't actually poured this yet. I'm gonna start this group. How many? I'm blanking. Is it 25 men? How many people in LFR? I told you I have not done LFR in so long. How many people can 25 men? Okay, so we can do up to 25 people as long as we have 2 tanks and some amount of healers. It's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna go pre-made, Raids Legion, start a group. No. We're just gonna put this in custom. So if you play Alliance North America, you're item level 860 or higher. You want to come to this viewer LFR. We're going to try and fill a 25-man group. We're going to take at least 2 tanks. We can have more. I don't know. You guys can sort that out amongst yourselves. And I'm just going to start. This is going to be kind of first come, first serve. The title is going to be called Hi, I'm Hazel. We're going to be filling 25 people for Wing 1 of Tomb LFR stream group. I'm not going to put the stream in there because you guys know. But the title is I'm Hazel, so that's how you know. I'm not going to auto-accept because I'm gonna be clicking people that are 860 or higher. So we got 860, 897. We're just going to try and get up to 25 people. Hopefully I can do math. 1, 2, a couple healers. You guys are so fast. Were you just ready? Were you just waiting for this? Yep, convert to raid, good. So I'm just going to keep going. I really don't want to go too far, though, and have to kick people. That'll be bad news. We're going to actually smush this, by the way. This is going to be the easiest thing ever. So we already have 1 tank. We only need 1 more tank. So, let's see here. So right now we're at, like, what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess I should just count like that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. 13. Maybe only 13. Maybe not 14 yet. We're gonna try and go to 25. If 25 people want to come. If not, we don't have to. It'll fill the rest with pugs. Maybe is that 14? So yeah, that's 15. So we need another 10. 16. And loading screen. Yes, up here. Alliance, too bloody, don't play Horde. Yeah, I like my side. I'm pretty comfy with the blue blood. It matches my outfits. I don't know. I'm trying to count. Although, we'll see. Well, give us another minute. I'm not gonna like wait for ages to try and fill it. Just as many people as want to come. I'm gonna queue in about 2 minutes here, so at about 3:13. Say, throw that out as a number. I'll queue, and then we will, we'll go ahead and get rolling. So, let's try this tea and talk about it a little bit. This is my Gui Fei oolong, which is like a honey oolong. It doesn't actually have any honey in it, it's just kind of reminiscent of honey. And it's very nice. It kind of reminds me of, like, blackberry bushes. Yep, sure. It's, I'm so bad at describing teas. I read, like, tea blogs and, like, tea reviews on websites, and people have, like, the craziest words to describe their tea, and some of them go over the top, and it's just hilarious. And it's like, dude, I can't believe you actually wrote that down. But, you know, I pretty much cap out at you know, it's hot and it's good and it tastes like tea, but they're also different. I got some new teas today. I was gonna make some of the new stuff, but then 12, 16, oh, we're out of tanks. I was gonna make some new stuff, but then, they just arrived from China today, and they've been, like, shrink wrapped, and they need to air out for a few days. Sometimes if you make tea right away, after you receive it, it's gonna be a little bit funny. What's your character name? I wanted to look you up. Be a nice example to boost up my stats and my Shadow Priest. My character name is Hazel, but honestly, my stats are in bad shape right now. Your best source of info is going to be the How To Priest website. That's where I get all my info, but my stuff is in bad shape. I would not base your gear off me, but I'm Hazel, Haezelle, is me. So 15, 19. So that's about 3:13. So that's the 2 minutes. So we're gonna delist and queue. If anybody has a tank spec, I can't do normal. I'm locked to normal. Spec now would be the time. Otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and queue. A highly aromatic oolong with a wonderfully sweet honey aroma, citrus fruits, notes of orange blossoms, and peach. That sounds right. Although I don't know about citrus fruits. Oh, it let us in. Good. Apparently, queuing with this many people gets you right in. I like that. That's nice. We could... Yeah, no, I can't run normal. We're going to thrash this LFR, by the way. This is going to be the fastest LFR run of your life. Oh, man. Hopefully some people get some stuff. Hopefully we get some loot going around. Even if I don't... I mean, I'm not going to finish my tier, because I only have 1 potential piece of tier to get in here, but... Yeah, if you run this again next week, I can make it. No time this week, sadly. No problem. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long I need to do it for. Eventually, what I kind of want to do is, after a certain point, my guild's not going to be running normal anymore, and once they quit running normal, I wouldn't mind putting together normal viewer raids on stream. I don't know if I would do it on this stream, or if I would try to find another stream. I'm kind of capped on time right now. I'm kind of, like, deathly behind in everything that I want to do in my life. But... we could totally do a viewer raid on stream. Maybe not every week, though. Sometimes I really just want to sit in here and, like, farm mounts and transmog. Like, that's kind of my plan for after we do this, because this is only going to be 3 bosses. We do Goroth, we do Harjatan, and we do Sassy Naga Lady, as far as I know. So this won't be too long. And I was kind of thinking, you know, taking a stab at Blackwing to see if Blackwing Lair will cough up their transmog for me. Or, you know, we could do mounts. Good luck in LFR. Thanks! Into the Gates of Hell. Yeah. It sounds a lot more dramatic than it actually is. I feel like, you know, when we actually went and fought Helia in her place, Helheim really had more of a Gates of Hell feeling than Tomb of Sargeras. Like, Tomb of Sargeras is very, I mean, it's evil and it's got demons and whatever, but you can really see the Night Elfy, or no, I don't know if it's Night Elf, just elven bones in it. I mean, you've got, like, that stained glass in the back is gorgeous, and that's not very demonic at all. Like, they didn't really redecorate. I mean, I guess demons aren't really in the business of redecorating. They'll melt things and they'll pour their lava everywhere because it's good for their skin, but they don't really, like, take down the architecture. Where could we get that bra robe with, like, the gem on it? Like, someone add that to the game. That would be the Mogdan Dal Mog. Yeah, I play on North American servers. Hazel, love your videos. Gnome power. Gnome power. I should, actually, speaking of gnome power, I should really be trying a little bit harder. Let me put on, so I'm wearing my single target stuff. I'm gonna actually do my best here. Oh, we're gone. Oh, I pressed my trinket. Oh man, this is good. So, I got my 2-piece, and I was like, I'm gonna put on my 4-piece, my old 4-piece, plus my new 2-piece. And then just kind of shuffle my legendaries around that, just like not wear any slot legendaries. So I ended up with like my belt, and I think bracers was the other one that I opted for to try for single target. And the Shadow Priest 2-piece, what it does is when you like the new 2-piece, mind you, what it does is when you Mind Flay, there's the star coming in, when you Mind Flay, it builds up a stacking buff that increases the damage and insanity generation of your next Mind Blast. And I'm finding, especially when I'm wearing my old 4-piece, you're never really, like, you're very rarely Mind Flaying. You do it a little bit, but you don't stack up those buffs nearly quickly enough, especially when you combine it with the belt. Like, the legendary belt means you're Mind Blasting all the time. And the set, the old 4 set makes you just spam Void Bolts every time you go into Void form. So I was never really building up that buff, and I don't think it actually did anything. I was like, you know what, I just want to put my old legendaries back on. So we're about 1:59 to kill. Around a minute, I'm going to go ahead and pop my second pot. I should make it to that Void Torrent, and boom, there we go. I love it. There's one other Shadow Priest that raids with us, and I really enjoy, even when we've been running around and we can't really perfectly execute our rotations because of mechanics, it seems like we always, I'm just going to put it through 1, it'll be fine. It seems like we're always doing our, like, Garden Hose, our Shadow Priest Garden Hose, our Void Torrent at the same time. And I love the double garden hoses when we just start spitting those out. It's always really fun. But 136, get out of the way of that. Also, this is the first time I've really listened to the raid music. I know they have music for Tomb of Sargeras. I just normally raid with either my own music, or sometimes actually if I'm focusing or progressing, I'll turn all music off and just try and really focus. But this is kind of neat. Oh, spikes everywhere. Spikes for days. Alright, well, will I fit? No, I won't fit! Ah! Okay, we're good. I thought there were so many spikes, I actually couldn't get behind a spike. One thing I actually do need to work on is besting the use of that Sentinel Medallion. I always try and use it before I have a Void form, because I figure spamming the Void Bolts is going to proc it. But I don't know. I know it's simming really high, and that people say that Tarnished Sentinel's Medallion is like a really strong caster trinket, and the spreadsheet that I use that I got from How To Priest that tells me how good... you want to get behind that thing? Not that it matters, but the spreadsheet that I used that tells me how good, like, whether or not a trinket's an upgrade is like, oh man, that trinket is the biggest upgrade of your life. And I don't feel like it's really doing much for me. Oh yeah, second pot. Whoops, daisies. There we go. A little late, but it's fine. I was distracted. Somebody left the group. Can't wait to get to Argus. I can't wait to get into the PTR. I'm not letting myself even download the PTR until I finish the raid guides, because I know that if I get too far into the 7.3 stuff, I'll never finish them, and it would drive me insane to have a half-finished set of raid guides. I just want to get through them, get the rest of them done. I've got another 7 to make, and I've got pretty much the footage that I need, so I just need to do just a bunch of editing and recording and script writing, like whatever. But I just want to get those out so I can like get into the PTR and like figure out all the new stuff. I'm always interested in the new pets, but the animations too. Once they get those Shadow Priest animations in, you know I'm gonna be in there. I want to know. I really hope that they look good on gnomes. Oh, he's dead. I was fourth. I didn't even a little bit when you guys are great. So I got a, it's Titan Forged. It's only 900 though. If anybody needs that, oh, grats on your legend. Oh no, that's not a legend. That's a spoiled sample. Whoops daisies. If anyone needs, that relic, that Titan Forged relic that dropped for me, you can whisper me. I don't need it. I've got 915s. Actually, I don't get whispers. I just remembered that. Ash, just open trade if you need it, and I'll toss it over. If anybody, if either of you need it, there we go. I forgot. I had to turn off whispers. I was getting some things that I didn't want to read. How do you get Void Bolt to proc? So Void Bolt will only happen when you are in Void form. The reason I'm getting the spammy ones is because of the Nighthold 4-piece set bonus. For 2.5 seconds after you activate Void form, there's no cooldown in Void Bolt. So basically, with that 4-piece, you go into Void form, you spam Void Bolt for 2.5 seconds, and then you go back to going about your life. But aside from that, it doesn't proc. It just kind of, you just kind of do it on cooldown, during Void form. Can you please explain the tier system and where do you get the tier bonuses from? Sure. So with every raid, since the beginning of time pretty much, there has been a tier set that you can get. So a special set of gear, and there's one for each class. There's a special set of gear for each class in each raid, and they're numbered. So like if you go all the way back to Molten Core, you can get tier 1 or 2. And we're on tier like 20 or 21 or something crazy like that. And they will have set bonuses, so you can mouse over a piece of gear. And you can see I have, like, there's 2 set things listed there. One of them is talking about Vampiric Touch, the other one's the Void Bolt thing. And those will happen on 2 and 4-piece. So you'll hear people talking about their 2 and 4-piece set bonus. The first bonus activates once you're wearing 2 pieces of that gear, and the 4-piece activates once you're wearing 4 of them. And that's just kind of the bonus that you rock around with during that raid. You can get tier pieces in LFR or normal, heroic, or mythic. It's all the same thing, and they all share, so you could get, like, 2 pieces from LFR and a couple pieces from normal. It doesn't really matter. And as long as you're wearing 4 pieces of that, you will have all of the bonuses from that set active. There's typically 6, well these days there's 6 pieces, potential pieces you could wear, so you can kind of take off 2 of them depending on maybe these 2 don't have good stats for you. Maybe you need to wear legendaries in those slots. You only need to be wearing 4 to activate both of the bonuses, and that's the important thing. And then, yeah, they usually have a pretty iconic appearance. It's actually really hard to think and raid at the same time. I'm trying to think of, I feel like I've missed something. The bonuses will change based on your specs, so there's only 1 tier set these days. There's only 1 tier set for your class, but if you switch specs, like if I decided to respec Holy right now, I would have my 4-piece Holy, it would do something different, but I wouldn't need to get new tier. I would be wearing the same tier as I was before. Grats and 50k, thanks Connor. How do I get nether shards? The best way to get nether shards is to, invasion. So whenever the Legion invades, you can find it the next time, either on the Wowhead front page or there's an add-on. Just go and do all of those little quests, and they will all drop you like 250, 300 and something nether shards. And then, you know, you save those up, you spend those in Dauntless gear. Bing, bang, boom, you're suddenly 880. It's good stuff. But yeah, you can get them from the Legion Fall caches on the Broken Shore. And I believe you can get, and you can farm them from the Centinax thing. I hated doing that. That was really boring. I just, you know, knock out like 5 or 6 world quests whenever the invasion comes up. That'll give you a bunch of them, and then if you're doing all of those every other day or so, you're going to get a new piece of relinquished gear. Not game related, but I love the ink Hazel. Thanks! It doesn't have to be game related. We can chat about whatever. I spend half of my life talking about tea, and that has nothing to do with WoW. I'm not even playing a Mistweaver. Yeah, 2.5k nether shards from doing the entire invasion thing. Yeah, it takes about 2 invasions to get a piece of, oops, daisies. Relinquished gear. Not too bad. I'm going to pop my pot a little early this time just to make sure I actually get it. Death Knights are basically Dark Rays from Dark Souls, and I'm so into that. Aw, man. Dark Rays were Dark Souls 1, weren't they? Did they do Dark Rays or anything similar to that after Dark Souls 1? Because I thought it was just the first one. You want to know something sad? Is I actually never finished Dark Souls 3. I didn't have time. I want to. I was really enjoying it. I was doing a, I normally do blunt, like, strength weapon runs, but I was doing kind of a quality build with swords, and I was having a great time with it, but I just don't have time to play other games. I also haven't finished Zelda. The new Zelda is so good. If any of you guys haven't played Zelda and you somehow have an opportunity to, like, maybe you have a Wii U or a Switch, but you somehow don't have Zelda, I don't know how, you have to play it. It's amazing. I don't even like Zelda games. Like, I don't... And I know I could get crucified for saying that, but I'm not a big fan of puzzles. Puzzles make me feel dumb, and I don't like feeling dumb. So I don't like games with puzzles, so typically Zelda games are kind of a no-go. And I also don't like games that don't let me play as a girl. But this new Zelda game, like, they really nailed the open world thing. I love how many different things you can do, but you don't really feel like you're wasting your time. It all kind of goes towards the same thing. It's a really, really fun game. Plus, dress up is great. There's all sorts of cool different things you can wear, and you can dress up your horse, and I'm a big fan of any game that lets me dress up my horse. Alright, so I'm third on that one. I moved up a spot. I'm getting crushed by that other Shadow Priest. What are you wearing? You are just wrecking me. I want to look. I want to look at the stuff. Alright, 916. Got a 9. I have a 900 one of those, but it wasn't simming super good because of the crit. Sometimes I've been wondering if I should put my metronome back on. What's your other trinket? Oh, you have a thurible. Cool. And Sifus. Sifus is so good in fights like that, and I don't have a Sifus yet. It breaks my heart every time one of my team guildmates gets a Sifus to drop, because they're like, ugh, garbage, and I'm like, please don't talk like that about my baby. I don't even have one. I want one so bad. I still haven't done the Mage Tower thing, because I just can't get a Sifus' secret to drop, and it's going to be really valuable for that, and I'm kind of stubborn in that I like actually just won't go back in until I get one. I probably could do it now with my gear, but I don't even want to try. I don't want to look at it again until I have a Sifus, and knowing my luck, it's going to be my very last legendary. I have the new ring, but it could still give me that dumb Heart of the Void chest, and I have a feeling it's gonna give me my Heart of the Void before it gives me a Sifus. One thing that I've kind of lost track of is when I'm like back before Tomb came out, before 725, like I had a pretty good feeling of when I was like due for a legendary. And I've really lost track of that because I think I just got lucky early on. I got one not long after I got that new ring pretty early in the patch. And I didn't really feel like I was due yet, but now I have no idea. Now, I don't know if they raised the drop rates or if I just got lucky, or I should probably be doing more stuff. I've been kind of slacking. I should be doing at least my emissaries and daily heroic to get the essences to upgrade your legendaries, but I'm a little lazy. I'm wearing Sifus and it wasn't proccing at that fight. Oh no. Yeah, Sifus is really, really good for that kind of thing. It's good even if you can't proc it, honestly, for Shadow Priests, but when you can proc it, and you can on quite a few fights in this raid, good stuff. I did the Mage Tower thing so many times with Restored, you managed to get the last boss to 15% once. Yeah, they're tuned pretty tight. I traumatized myself a little bit too much on it before. So I'm just taking it easy, just not even looking at it. I'm a BM hunter, not a Shadow Priest. Ah, I see. Yeah. Well, it's not too bad. I'm sure you're fine. We, Shadow Priests have a bit of a haste addiction. We've got, like, a really bad haste addiction. I'm still not even at, like, the haste cap. Like, the soft... Like, they say that you want 13k. And I'm sitting at, like, 9,700. And I haven't been able to get above, like, maybe 10.5 this entire expansion. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing and what I'm enchanting and gemming and whatever. I just can't quite get above that. Like, I can't even get close to that 13k. I don't know what those people that have 13k are wearing. They're all like, well, you know, just gem haste and whatever until you get up to into the soft cap, and then just go ahead and pop on some mastering. Like, I'm never ever going to get there. That's so much haste. I'd probably main a hunter if they weren't everywhere. I mean, you should play whatever you want. There's always going to be other people doing the thing that you want to do, and you're gonna... Oh, there's food? Oh, there's food, but there's no time. Also, this is the last boss. This is the boss that could drop us tier legs. Best of luck to everybody on your... Oh, we're just going. Oh, I actually got my pre-pot off. I have a really bad habit of if I don't get my pre-pot, like if there's an early pull or something. Also, I forgot to switch to my other... normally I were Burning Wish for this, and I Burning Wish the eels, whatever, it's fine. Normally I'm really bad if there's an early pull or whatever and I miss my pre-pot, I'll just jam it reflexively to try and get it anyways, even though I don't need to. And then, like, the pre-pot's not as important as the post-pot. It's not like anything's really going on. We're not lusting on the start. I mean, we did here, but normally you're not lusting at the start of this fight. Oh, there's gaps in the tornadoes in LFR. It's nice. I'm not even gonna worry about where the eels are. Beware. They had gaps in the tornadoes on normal difficulty when it first launched, and I believe they dialed back on that. Okay, I've got the hunger now. I only have 6 seconds of consuming hunger. Are you crazy? I guess I don't have to get that off. I guess that just happens to me. I just have a Murloc buddy for a bit. Oh, there he is. And then he spawns. Oh, he spawns on his own. I see. On Heroic, you have to actually go stand in the zappy dude, the little zappy jellyfish, and get that zapped off you. Hunters are like the McDonald's of WoW. You can't go 20 miles without seeing one. Well, the other thing that's kind of like confirming that is that hunters have so many pets these days. They just have a menagerie, like a whole zoo following them around that it's really hard to miss when you see a hunter. Like a rogue, you're not going to see him because he's sneaky. And then like lots of classes that don't go around with like an entourage, you don't really notice, you don't really look at it and you go, hey, that's a shaman or that's a warrior or whatever. It's just like another dude. But the hunter, you know, he's got his hottie and he's got his pet and he's got his giant bow and he's got like these other, like all sorts of stuff going on. So you're like, man, another hunter. When really, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're probably the most popularly played class. There's plenty of them, but they're not as bad. They're not as everywhere. They take up a lot of room with all their animals and stuff, you know? I want that Spirit Beast Griffin for my hunter. Getting it as horde will be difficult. There's a Spirit Beast Griffin? People keep telling me things that make me want to play hunter. I like the new Feathermane family that you can tame now, like hippogriffs. I want to tame a hippogriff and be a night elf hunter with a hippogriff pet so bad. Like that sounds so fun. Should I dot these up before I void form or I got time. I got time. Or not void form, before I void torrent. Yeah. Shadow Priest love this fight. It's a little bit better for us on higher difficulties when the ads like are up for ages. But they, you just get so many things to get dots out on. You don't have to move that much. I mean, you got to move into the Hydra Shot, which I guess just doesn't even happen here. There's no Hydra Shot going on, but not too bad. That cat is out. Yeah, that's true. That's okay. When she's asleep, it means that she's not leaving. If she's too awake, she's gonna wander off and like try and find 6 different places to sit. She can never make up her mind. Beware. Should go this week, Hazel. The Elison's Hippogriff quest is up in Nighthold this week. Dude, my hunter's level 100. It's not happening. I don't have a hunter leveled up, and I don't like, even though it looks like fun and I think I would enjoy playing it, I'm trying my very best not to pick up new things that are not strictly necessary because I'd like to catch up on some other stuff first. Like, I'm not even doing my emissaries every day on my priest, even though I needed to get the essences because I just don't have time. At the end of the day, I don't have enough time to do four quests for an emissary. I only want a hunter so I can use the mech bond and get some neat mechanical patch. Those are really cool too. Like that crazy, like the mecha tank spider thing. That thing is awesome. I should not have void torrented that eel. But that mecha tank spider pet, that thing is great. I saw somebody with that when I was waiting in line for my, I was waiting in line. Oh, should I? Oh, no, it's gone. For the coin from the imp dude. Like I was doing the Sundaughter hatchling, collecting the stuff for it. And should I go? Oh, yeah. Feet, drop it out. There we go. I don't know how many more we need, but it's fine. Should I go get another one, or are we just gonna live like this? Is this just our life now? A couple more people got them. Okay. Yeah, I was waiting in line for the coin. One of the hunters had that spider mecha tank, and I spent like half of my weight just staring at it. I was like, dang, that thing's cool. Where are those quests? What quests? When you open your map in the broken tour, look in the bottom left, it'll show you what you need. For what? I feel like a conversation is happening that I've missed out on. And I don't understand. Either that or I was part of it and I forgot. What is your artifact weapon at? My artifact weapon is, I'll look after this. She's almost dead. Almost dead. Good luck on everybody on tier. Fingers crossed. Somebody, Bamu Mart got his legendary ring. Congrats on your legendary. And then, a couple pieces went out. Some people got some bonus loot. Congrats, dudes. Thanks, guys. I got a Defiled Augment rune. Woo! Alright, so, we are done with that. That only took 34 minutes. That was not even that bad. 0, 3 loots. Oh, emissary quest, yeah. Gotcha. Bad luck protection changed? Did it? Where are my DKs at? Yeah, so we are all done. For a second I thought that was some kind of extra tier piece token that I had missed in my bags, but nope, that's just a gray item. Actually, I'm not that behind right now. I only have one emissary that I'm not completely caught up on. Yeah. Let's do... Should we do a vote? Actually, who's up today? Nobody, okay. I'm waiting for Tiffany Nelson to spawn. So I'm making the family familiar guides, and I have one that's like ready to go, but I decided that I want to do every tamer that's possible and not just the requisite number to beat the thing. Because you never know when one tamer is just not going to spawn, so I figure it's best to have as many options as possible, and I just need Tiffany to spawn. Hello from Colombia, sup Morris? Just did Tomb LFR, got no loot. Pretty much my life. Actually, that's not true. I got a relic that somebody needed, so at least somebody got something. Assault up in 24 minutes, get ready to level them all. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. So let's do, I'm going to do black, the dumb place with Kermagus, who's not going to drop me on my shoulders again. To try and get some transmog, and then at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna hop on my rogue and talk about rogue stuff. I have a little, here, I'll show you. I'll show you before I head over. You finally got family familiar done 2 days ago. Grats! Yeah, it's a real undertaking. I try and every day at the end of like all of the video stuff that I wanted to do, I try and go around and get as many strategies done for the tamers that are up as possible. But like it's taking some, like, it's a total of like 240 strategies or something for an achievement. It's ridiculous. It's the most insane thing I've ever put in the game. I mean, it's not that insane if you're like just trying to do it as a player, because you can just kind of like roll around whatever tamers are up that day, maybe on a couple of vaults, and then just sort of try a couple things and do it. Because none of them, I mean, some of them are tough, but most of them aren't super hard. And you can just kind of brute force them with like a team of really good pets of that type, but there's just so many different things. Won't drop my shoulders again? Yeah. I'm trying to remember, Blackwing Lair. Blackwing Lair. It just doesn't like me. Alright, so check out my little rogue. This is who I'm going to be doing the invasion. There we go. You can tell that I have a thing for gnomes. I don't actually have that many gnomes. My warlock used to be a gnome also, but then I decided that was too similar to my shadow priest, so she's a human, I think. But I really like this set. She's got her, it's very bandit to me, and I've got my eye patch, I've got my little artifact daggers, I've got the little, that's bandit's top, and I think it might be bandit's pants as well, which is like some really basic boots and a belt, and no shoulders, and I really like running around in that outfit. I feel very cute in that. So I'll be messing around with that a little bit on once the invasion pops in 20 minutes. Are my guides helping? Yeah, I always check on them. I don't always use the things that you do, but sometimes if I'm stuck on like a part of it or a pet that, or like I need to figure out what move to use to get past a thing, I'll check on it. But you use a lot of graves, and I can't put graves in my guides because not everybody has graves, and I can't be like, oh, you got to go play 40 hours of Heroes of the Storm if you want to do Family Familiar. What am I doing? Oh, Blackwing there. That's right. Anyone wish Hazel would do PvP pet battle videos? I mean, I think that you're the only one that really consistently brings it up, bro. I want to do a PvP pet battle tournament at some point, like organize one, but that would take some real thinking to sort of lay out exactly how it would work, and I would need to get some prizes together, and I think that would be crazy. You've got one choice: human priest with legendaries, gnome priest with normals. Oh, I see. Choose wisely. I was a human priest, and I liked being a human priest. Female humans have really great casting animations. Although, I don't know what the new casting animations are going to look like, so I think I'd have to wait until I see what the 7.3 casting animations look like. Is Lightberg an Alliance heavy server? I think it might be. I haven't really looked. I got Graves while doing Overwatch promotion. See, that would have been nice to double team them like that. That's smart. I got Graves back when he was new, so the Overwatch thing wasn't out yet, and I also think they made it easier to level these days. I feel like it took longer back then. 40 hours is an exaggeration, but I probably spent at least 20 getting up to level 20 for Graves back in the day. So I need to clear out my bags so I have some room. I don't really know what some of this needs to go in my bank. I'm just gonna get rid of some little bits and pieces of stuff. That can be disenchanted. I have better legs. That I need to hang on to because that's a tier piece. That's an Arcana crystal that I needed to sim, even though it's awful. I don't need an iron relic. That's apparently part of some sets, so I guess... No, I don't keep those because I have these new ones which have haste. So I can disenchant those ones because my new ones have haste. That I got last night. Those are leather. I'm the guild disenchanter, so I get kind of confused. That's going to go in the bank. That's the 900 terror from below. It wasn't doing very well in Sims, but if they ever, like, do some crazy buffs to it, then maybe. Extra legendaries, extra tier gloves. It's a 2-piece tier set that doesn't really do me any good. That belt is good, but I'm wearing a legendary belt. Those are my old tier legs. Those are the gloves I wear if I'm not wearing tier gloves, although I'm always wearing tier gloves, so I don't think I ever wear those. That's my old bottle cap. I can get rid of this. Do I need mana potions? When was the last time I healed? Maybe I'll dump those in my bag. I'm never going to have them when I need them, but when was the last time I used mana potions, honestly? Never. Hazel doesn't heal. Let's not be silly. Hazel doesn't heal. Female humans have thunderous hips. They do not have thunderous hips. They have healthy hips, you know? They can have a baby without getting split in half. Thunderous. She got a little in the back. Nothing wrong with that. Now dwarves, they got some thunder. Dwarf, if you want thunder, you check out those lady dwarves. They got some thunder going on. So I'll take that. I guess I can dump this in here for now. Oh, that's the other thing that I haven't done this week yet, is I haven't done the friggin' Wailing Caverns, maybe after the Rogue Invasion. We're just gonna do like lots of little bits and pieces today. I forgot to even change the stream title, and that's fine. But yeah, maybe we could do the Wailing Caverns, because I don't have do any of you have an ever-living spore? Like, I'm not asking you to give it to me, I just want to know. I haven't seen one on any of the auction houses. I haven't seen one drop for me or anybody I know. And I've been doing the thing every week. It seems like it's got a really low drop rate. I'm just curious. EU or US? US. Lady Dwarves exist? Yeah, I have them. I play them. I wanted to change my Brewmaster Monk to a Lady Dwarf, but now that I'm done, I actually played enough of my Brewmaster Monk to finally get my Banfu. So we did it. I am done being a monk because I can retire it now, and that's why I'm playing my rogue now, is because I'm just kind of going through all my alts, collecting all of the pets that you get from, you know, having specific classes. Where am I going? Why did I come down here? I needed to go to... I do this every time. Yeah, so I'm going through all my alts and collecting all the pets, and the next one on my list is, by ease of use, is leveling the rogue to get crackers. To get crackers, I need to be level 110 and do the first 3 steps of the Legion Fall campaign. You get the pet right around when you get your extra follower on the Broken Shore. So it won't take me as long because I don't need to get Concordance of Legion Fall. I'm kind of saving the Death Knight thing for last because on my Death Knight, I'm going to need to get 3 concordances of Legion Fall, and I'm hoping if I can just put it off long enough that they add more artifact knowledge. Like, if they add even more traits to the weapon in 7.3 or whatever, if they ever do that within Legion, add more traits to the artifact weapons, then or add more knowledge rather, like make it go from 40 back to 50 or even farther than that. It would be a lot easier to get 3 concordances if I could get some more knowledge. If I can just put it off for like a patch. It'd be a long time. I can't stop watching the cat cam. She's not really doing much though, is she? Isn't she just asleep? To be fair, she's a very cute sleeper. She's pretty much the best nap buddy ever. She'll get like right under your arm and put herself almost like under your chin and just spoon you to death while you sleep. What are we doing? We're doing a bunch of little stuff. I'm gonna run Blackwing Lair to see if I can finish off my transmog set, which I can't, but we're gonna try. See if I can get any of the pieces that I still need. So we're gonna open up that. Wrong key bite. This one. Period sets all the way down here. Yeah, so we're trying to get the hands or the shoulders from that set. I still need legs from Ragnaros too, but I don't think I really want to do Molten Core on stream. And then at 4 o'clock, so in about 15 minutes, there's going to be invasion spawning. I'm going to go flit around and do some of that in my rogue and talk about, like, roguey stuff. And then after that, maybe we do the Wailing Caverns and see if we can't get an ever-living spore. It's basically going to be a big... No, I said I'm not doing Molten Core. You don't try and confuse me, Mr. Blood Elf Man. I know what you're about. You can't make me go in there. It's too far. It's too far between the different things. There's too much running around. Actually, speaking of running around... The corpse runs, and it's partially because I get horrendously lost. I get really, really lost whenever I try and get anywhere in the Tomb of Sargeras. Like if I die and I'm trying to run back and I don't remember where I'm going, which is often, I get super lost. But even when I'm not lost, I feel like the runs back after you die are so long. Like that place is unnecessarily big. I know, I guess they didn't want it to feel like this underwhelming, dinky little tomb. Like they wanted it to be this big castle, but... You couldn't have given us some rollerblades or something. I just did Molten Core, the Windseeker dropped. Grats! Hey, Hazel, sup, Scuffles? Rematch question. When you mouse over the trainer, does it pick talents as well as the pet combo? It does, yes. It will pick their abilities and the pets. Alright, so we got our food. We can now sprint after we kill stuff. I dearly hope they never nerf that. Just let us keep the bear tartar forever. I have the ever-living spore. Page and Stangle. Oh. Ugh. Jealous. Maybe we'll get it today. Maybe it'll happen. Night Elf Spirit Form for the win. Yeah, but the Spirit Form doesn't work when you're in a raid, right? Because, you know, you release and it respawns you. You're not running back as a ghost. You're running back. You're literally running back as an alive person to get back to it. So I don't even think Night Elves would be helped by it. Maybe. I haven't raided as a Night Elf in a long time. Yo, Hazel, set pocket. Do monks get that pet along with the class mount? So monks will get this pet when they finish the Legion Fall campaign, which is, you know, it gets you up to getting your class mount. And you also need to have Concordance of Legion Fall. You need to have 52 traits in any one of the weapons. Doesn't matter which weapon, but you have to have Concordance of Legion Fall unlocked. Have 1 point in it on one of the weapons. And then you can, you don't get the pet, but you can buy it for 1,000 resources off of a vendor in your order hall. So if you have both of those things, if you have Concordance and you've got your class mount, but you don't have the pet, you want to go look. I think her first name is May. I forget what her last name is. But she's in a house. She's in a hut on the class hall. She'll sell it to you for 1,000 order resources. You can just go buy it. And that's the only way to get it. You must have a monk. You must have done those things. It's not cageable. There's no other way to get it, and it's adorable, so you should. I figured out why I haven't been on. Can't be bothered updating your patch? Because, I mean, the launcher will do that for you. Just turn it on and go make yourself a cup of tea. Have a shower, take a bubble bath, go play some Pokemon Go. Like, there's so many things you can do while you wait. Night Elf Druid, Dash Cat Form. Yeah, Druids are speedy. That Cat Form is good. Priests, we're not the slowest. I think Paladins and Death Knights kind of beat us out there for being just, like, glacially slow. But priests are not fast. We're not terribly speedy in the grand scheme of things. I streamed for the first time today, Hazel. I ran Black Temple and it was fun. Nice. Did you do it on Twitch or YouTube? I'm interested to see what people think. I'm working like as a streamer between the two because I personally really like the YouTube thing. I don't think I'm really going back to Twitch anytime soon, but I like knowing what people think. Also, it depends on where your friends are and whatnot, but. Focus, we need you to talk about why there are no trolls in the War of the Ancients. Oh, I'm the wrong person to ask about that. You want to ask somebody that knows stuff about lore. I could barely, like, if I was going to sit here and tell you about the War of the Ancients, I would be 100% making it up. There was apparently a war a long time ago. I feel like it had elves. Apparently it did not have trolls, but it should have. And in my mind, the elves were probably fighting the trees to see who could live on the trees, because the trees didn't really like being lived on. The elves were like, no, this is a good place. I like the wind in my toes. And the elves won, because elves now live in trees, and the trees have been subjugated ever since. Like, that's my version of it. I have no idea. Your stream is making me feel so much better. I've been frustrated and discouraged working on my Zarya. Oh, you're working on a Zarya cosplay? Oh, that's cool. Do you have any pictures? I mean, I don't know if we can put links in here, but you can tweet me some pictures. That's awesome. Cosplay looks so hard. People ask me why I don't do it, and I did a little bit of cosplay like back in my tween years an age ago, but it was hard. And my friends that actually did it properly, and the people I know and see online that do it properly, it's like a second job. There's a whole different skill set that is just this crazy prop making and the molding and the sewing, and I'd be no good. And you need so much space and money. I very much admire people that do cosplay and that take pride in it. I love seeing their costumes. I don't do it myself though. I can't. 100% wrong, not even close. I didn't say I was gonna be right. I just said I was gonna make something up. Also, I like my version better. No trolls because it took place in Elven City. Yeah, but like, I'm not even gonna. I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, Noble and Hero are both good guys for lore. I'm the person to ask if you want to hear about the subjugation of the tree people, but it didn't actually, none of this actually happened, but it's not in any way canon. It's something that I literally just pulled out of my butt. So, good luck on orb dropping if you kill Nelth at the end. Or what does that do? I don't usually kill Nelth because I don't need to anymore. I only need to kill up to Cro-Magus. I might take up prop making if only to make my own Frostmourne or Blaze of the Fallen Prince. It looks like fun. People make some really impressive props, but it looks challenging. It looks like a tough thing to do. The trolls were located in the south. I did the entire quest for the Lothian Preller in complete accident. I didn't even notice the legendary quest item that dropped. I just spaced. Aw, man, grats. I'm jealous. I don't have that yet. To be fair, I don't do Withered Army training every week anymore. I should, because I do want the mount. But I just can't quite seem to, oh, good job. Sometimes it takes me a little longer than that. Although you didn't quite push me over to the boss, but I can settle for being here. It would be nice if the traps turned off once he died. I guess it wouldn't make any sense, but it would be nice. You got punted? Yeah, but I got punted up. You see how I don't have to run through, like, the 2 rooms of gigantic, crazy slowing things? Evil Draenei. I streamed on YouTube. I used OBS. Nice. Yeah, I really like the YouTube streaming. I think they've done a better job. Not in every aspect. There's things that Twitch definitely does better, and Twitch has the history, and they're a little bit entrenched. But as a broadcaster, I love the YouTube thing. I think I have about 3 or 4 pieces of the Judgment set on my pally. Nice. Do the Nightfall emissaries in your alts. You want me to log into my alts? Oh, man. These guys need to drop me my gloves. You're right. That is the way to do it. And also, it would probably be good for the alt. Although, I don't, like, honestly, once I get what I want out of the alt, like in this case, once I have the pet, I have no reason to play the alt again. I usually don't. I would rather put that time into my main or just be working on a project of some sort. Gloves? Nope, nope. Come on, hit me up. Last chance. Give me gloves. Nope, those are other people's gloves. I always get other people's gloves. Legion Nutshell, 5 of the quest invitations. Yeah. Yeah, it probably won't take me too long, that's the thing, if I actually sit down and do it on my alts. Because I have the Druid and the Monk, and then I have a Horde Druid too, although I don't know if I want to log in on Horde. But I could do it in a couple of characters. You have a movement speed set for running old raids. You can get the boots from Arathi that give movement speed enchant on them, and there's a meta gem. I don't have that kind of set. Honestly, I don't think I would bother with it because I carry around too much gear, and I wouldn't want to shuffle around the extra pieces. It's probably worth it for the speed, but I'd prefer to just, like, keep a stack of the bear food, and that gives you a nice sprint after you kill a thing, and that seems to be enough for me. So, he did not give me my shoulders. He did not give me my, they did not give me my gloves. I didn't get anything. I don't know why I'm surprised. I never get anything. It's been so long. I feel like I got my set a long time before this, when I was doing this on my shaman. Some guy called Khadgar is racist. He wants me to kill the Draenei that like elves. Oh no! What is the best way to level a 46 mage? Instances? 46. I usually do questing until about level 50. Because, especially as a DPS, you're going to be waiting in slightly longer instance queues. But I usually quest until, like, actually, sometimes I quest all the way through. Dungeons are really fast. Well, not really fast, but they're a bit faster than questing once you get into the old stuff. So, like, the Outland stuff and the Wrath stuff specifically. But through all of the Kata and later stuff, so the 1 to 60 and then the 80 to 110, basically, as a DPS, especially if you do good damage and you've got flying, you're probably better off questing. But I haven't done it in ages. I have not done it in ages. You get to enjoy Deathwing's monologue. Got Ashes of Valor my first try. Nice! Midsummer buff. Oh yeah, that's true. Don't forget the Midsummer buff if you're doing this during Midsummer buff. Good luck on orb dropping. What is this orb and why do I want it? The only reason I'm still doing this is because I have 7 minutes to kill until the invasion starts. I'll never get the fox mount. I've given up. Well, apparently all we need to do is, apparently we should just do the emissary in our alts. And that's true. And actually the other thing is, Withered Army training. I don't know if, like, let me phrase this properly. So you know in Withered Army training, you get more score and you get more stuff in the chest, right? There's a cap of like 420-ish score that you need in order to max out the artifact power. Now what I want to know, and I don't think there's any way to find out, but what I want to know is if having a higher score gives you a greater chance of the mount dropping. I know that you can have the mount drop with no score. Like if you have the stuff to do it, you're better off just going in and, I don't think I got an orb. I don't know what orb I'm looking for though. You're better off just going in and doing like one thing and then leaving or like getting your dudes lost so you can exit. Because that can drop the map for you. But I want to know if having a maxed out score makes it more likely, and there's no way to find that out. Withered Army training sucks. Withered Army training is very boring. Super boring. I keep doing everything for the fox mount, but I never get it. I saw a lot of them running around. Like a lot of people were using their fox mounts. I guess I'm just gonna hurt them. I can go to Dalaran. I have a ring. Which one? This one. I spent enough gold, nothing. I may as well use it. I feel like when Legion was new, people got the fox mount and were running around them. Or like, man, this is the coolest mount ever. But now that I guess now that we can fly more or less, I don't see so many of them around. But I don't have one yet. I didn't get it. We're being left behind. I've had the item drop on 2 alts so far. The maximum score? After 420-ish, you're not going to get any more rewards for having more score. I don't know what the maximum score is if you, like, actually kill everything. There's no point. Once you have that 420, you can pretty much just die. Alright, so let's get rid of some of the gears, some of the extra gear here. Did I have any greens drop? I wasn't really paying attention. I had, like, that's worth, like, 150. That's worth about 300. I didn't really kill a lot of trash. I didn't really get a lot of gear. That's okay. I want my Draenei looking hammer and shield. How much did you like Nagrand? Because I hate it. Like the old Nagrand questing zone or the new one? Hang on just a second. I have to give some direction here. Okay. New Nagrand. New Nagrand. Yeah, old Nagrand was great. New Nagrand was a little, you know, the only thing I really remember from New Nagrand, because, you know, it was a while since we've done the Warlord stuff, was, the wolves, the wolf packs that would run through there, both the riders and the mobs, would just mow me right over. They would just roll out through and wreck me before we could fly, and that was really frustrating. That was annoying. Alright, so we're gonna have an invasion spawn any minute. I'm gonna be doing a couple of world quests on my rogue to get some experience. We're gonna be doing some alt leveling just for like a sec. It's not gonna take me very long. On your alt, you cannot do the invasion end scenario. You can only do the world quest leading up to it. Once you've done the world quest and the map and an invasion, there's really nothing left for you to do. So it's not gonna take me too long. But you can only get order resources. Maybe artifact power, but I think it's usually just order resources and then experience. So the quest that would have given you gear but previously now give you experience. So you get like a lot of character experience from doing that kind of thing. Oh, I can put a weapon into a point into my level 103 daggers. The other reason why I'm doing the rogue is because I really want to be able to open my own lockboxes. I'm running around these Lifestone lockboxes and I'd like to be able to open my own. The wolves are pretty much all I remember too. Well, they were just so violent. How did he sell the loot so fast? I have an add-on called Auto Vendor. And Auto Vendor is awesome because it lets you specify. Let me show you. Auto Vendor. Here we go. So I have... How do I... sell... So you can have it sell unusable soulbound gear below your optimal level. So you can sell cheap fortune cards. Yeah, so sell low-level soulbound items. This is what I use. So I say sell items below, and I usually go item level like, I don't know, 680, 675. Because that's gonna not, so 675 means it will not vendor Legion greens, but pretty much anything below that, well, I guess it wouldn't vendor greens anyways because they're BOE, but that means that you're not going to be vendoring anything Legion, but anything that you get from an old expansion that's soulbound, like, you know, you run a raid and you get a bunch of soulbound, like, epics and blues and whatever, you're not gonna, it's just gonna sell all those automatically, and I love that. It's great. Best feature of Auto Vendor. Also, will automatically repair your gear and sell grays and whatever. Sure. But yeah, I'm gonna take my little kitty rogue. I'm excited about Crackers, even though Crackers is pretty much a direct ripoff of the Jungle Beak. Where'd he go? There he is. Crackers is pretty much like he has the exact same moves, he has the exact same model, he has the exact same coloring. Remember to get the XP buffs. Ugh. Fine. Fine. You're right. You get extra. Do you even get extra XP from quests, or is it just killing mobs? I don't know if well, we're gonna go find out. We're gonna drop by Stormwind and find out. But I thought that the Midsummer buff was only plus XP for mobs. I mean, I guess we're still gonna be killing some mobs. Honestly, if I have a confession to make, sometimes when I do world quests on my rogue, because I'm doing, like, it takes me about 20 minutes to actually solo a mob. I do no damage. Even with my heirlooms, I do no damage. So what I do sometimes is I'll stealth around, and if there's anything I can click on without having to kill that, like, contributes, then I'll do that totally. But if there's nothing, sometimes I just like pickpocket while other people kill stuff. And I make, oh, I didn't click on that. I didn't. Ugh. Like if whenever I'm doing it on my priest, I kill plenty of stuff, and I often get into groups even if I don't need to, just to kind of A, help out, and B, sometimes it'll still go faster. But sometimes I just pickpocket stuff. I want to get the pickpocketing toys, like the barrel of masks or whatever. I don't know why. I don't think you can use them unless you're on a rogue character. It's XP from mobs, but depending on the zone, it could be tons of kill quests. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'll go do the dumb pole dance thing. I don't know why I'm so lazy about this. I have to go all the way to Stormwind. I gotta click on a portal, man. Come on, come on. There we go. There we go. Spinny-roo. No, I lost it. I'm not very good at this. I'm just gonna make a really tight circle. Once you're spinning, you can just kind of leave it. Crackers is much sassier than the Jungle Beak. Is that true? Crackers looks like this. And then the Jungle Beak, who I think I actually have named after. Yeah. I don't know if I see it. I don't know if I see it at all. Why is it all black? What's all black? Instant kill everything. Oh, go sub. For a second I thought you meant you subbed to the stream and the stream completely died. Yeah. I don't want to learn more buttons though. Does sub have a lot of buttons? Like the only, I'm specking, I want to set up my damage specs in these characters specifically for quests, because 99% of what I do is going to be world quests. Stormheim? Alright. 99% of what I do is going to be world quests. So I want whatever has like the burst to take down quest mobs quickly. And if sub's that thing, then I guess I can learn sub. But for the most part, I like that I can just, I understand this. Like, I understand the basic concept of apply bleed, use venom, try and remember to put on poisons. It's not hard. It's about 324% faster. Fine. All right. Well, I'm not doing it now. I'm not gonna try and sit down and look at my abilities while you're doing something, but I will do it at some point. It's click intensive. You want me to press buttons? What are we playing? Video games? Man. Stormheim. All right. Let's go to Stormheim. Stormheim's not my favorite to fly around on a low level, mostly because it's a little bit... Oh, no, sorry, that's Stormheim. Stormheim is great. High Mountain is the one that's annoying. Stormheim is probably the best invasion. Even when you have to do the end scenario, like the Stormheim scenario is great because you just do the mobs by the dragons. You free the dragons, which is easy. You can just run, free them, run back. You don't even have to kill anything. As long as you can survive them beating on you, that is. You don't have to kill anything. So you just free the dragons and then go up to the boat, and it's not too bad. Maybe Hazel, see you later. Where did you find, what made you choose your shoulder dance intro outro music for your videos? Shoulder dance. Shoulder dance? My outro music, I made it. I made my outro music. I like mixed it in, I think, GarageBand on my Mac. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what a shoulder dance is. What mission add-on to use? I didn't used to use a mission add-on, but I recently got Garrison Mission Manager for the order table. And then for World Quest, in case that was what you were asking, I have World Quest. I had World Quest list before. I think I switched it. I think now I have something else. World Quest Tracker. World Quest Tracker is what I use. I've disabled World Quest Group Finder. I still get into groups for World Quest, but World Quest Group Finder was... It was still putting me on, like, leggy shards. The south one, the Infernal. We'll start in the Infernal. Since you've started streaming making videos, have you had to deal with any uncomfortable people? I've never met anybody in real life that made me uncomfortable. I've only actually met a couple people, and they were all extremely sweet and super nice. Online, every now and then, somebody will say something that just really doesn't sit right, but you just kind of... I just kind of move on with my day and try and not remember. I mean, the music always makes me shoulder dance when I hear it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a link to it on my SoundCloud. It's not as exciting as it sounds when you only hear 4 seconds of it at a time. The ones you bomb from the air with the dragons. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, you can camp the non-elite mobs in the island as long as you tag them. You can soak XP. Oh, interesting. That sounds like... I know it's not an exploit, but that sounds almost exploity. I finally got on my guild's main raiding team, Hazel. I feel so proud. Nice! Congrats! That's exciting. Is it a guild that swaps people in and out? Because I know a lot of guilds will, like, have... They'll sub people in for certain fights depending on what comp they want to run, or just, like, who needs loot off that boss, or who showed up for raid that week or whatever. But some guilds, like my guild, we just take everybody every week. Alright, so we got a big ol' infernal. I'm probably doing this wrong, but I just... As long as I've tagged it, and I didn't die, that pretty much counts me as good on my rogue. And I have, like, a full set of heirlooms, plus this dumb ribbon dance buff, plus, some rested, and then the invasions just give a lot of XP, so you get pretty good sized chunks of it. So you can see that got me, like, 2/3 plus of my level. So now we're going to head over here to the Rise of our Opponents. This is great, actually. There's a solid 3 worth of XP and then some AP as well. The AP is not a big deal. You don't get to start accruing artifact research until 110, so the points that you get below 110 matter not in the slightest. You get to a certain point and then you're pretty much done. But doesn't hurt. I think they're elite. Ah, I see. Are you excited for the new Holy Priest animations? They're pretty. Mistweaver though is a little sad. Yeah, I guess Mistweavers aren't going to get touched. I haven't looked. I'm not really letting myself look at anything that is 7.3 until I finish my Tomb Guides. I need to get through those. I'm going to do some this weekend. I'm going to actually do some this weekend. I know I didn't end up doing much last weekend, but I'm going to do some this weekend and then next week as best as I can. My husband's sick right now, so I might be spending a little bit of time making soup or something. I'm not quite sure, but for the most part. Nighthold. If you can tell, it didn't end well. You did make a catchy beat. Perks. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I need to make some new stuff. I wanna keep shaking it up a little bit. I've been using the same one for like a little bit too long. Did we get all the things? We need to find some more notes. There's some notes up here. Let me sprint and stealth over to these notes. Got him. Oh, you're level 104 too. For some reason, I thought you were coming in at level 110. We should probably be queuing for groups for this, huh? We should probably be queuing for groups to have other people that can actually kill stuff help do this. Even though you ignore my chats, I still enjoy your videos. Aw. I'm never purposely ignoring anybody. Sometimes I don't always keep up with chats. I used to actually try and read every single chat message, but what would happen is I would end up being like 20-25 minutes behind. And people would just wait for ages for me to, like, nobody would remember what I was talking about by the time I got down to it. So I just read what's up, and who's drawn your chibi profile pic on YouTube looks mischievous. That was Stannis. Stannis is one of my Twitch mods. He's around. I don't know if I've seen him on my YouTube streams, or if I have, maybe he's got a different name. But yeah, one of my old Twitch mods drew me that. There's a chest here. So we need to get, this is just a boss, so we can probably just like go kill it. It's only the kill quests, like the kill quests that are really going to get us. The ones that are not a boss and are not like click on a bunch of stuff. It's the other ones that are going to really be a problem with 2104s. Also, your health pool concerns me. Your lack of health greatly concerns me. I wonder if you're tanking these things. Are you blood? Alright, so that's another one. So we're already, are we 104? Yeah, we're 104. So we leveled up in a half already. We've got 2 more left to do, so we'll go up here. Demons and stuff. Maybe I'll queue us up for a group for this one. Gladiator Wrath Arena Tournament. 2900 XP. Wrath was a long time ago though, dude. You should do some new arena. And then be like, I was a cruel, wrathfully cruel, whatever the new title is. I don't even remember. Should I Phantom Knives? Where's my Phantom Knives button? Is that one? No. That one. That's Phantom Knives. I see. Just tag the things that other people kill. The Fell River one, screw the moose. I have 2 already. You have 2 moose? Dang, how do you make your XP bar so big? Is it bartender? Yeah, I have bartender in the XP bar. I used to have a add-on called, I think, Simple XP bar. Oh dear, I heard. I think I used to use something called Simple XP bar, but I realized bartender did pretty much the same stuff. Actually, you know what? Simple XP bar let me customize like the text on the bar, and I could take out the bubbles just to have one smooth thing, and I liked doing that. But, am I rooted? No, I'm just stuck on something. I was just stuck on like a rock or something. I had to show that I run mechanics well, don't cause drama. We have a rule that if one causes too many deaths, they'll be asked to sit out. See, that's fair. Like, you don't, if somebody is consistently being a problem, then they need to step out, and having a rule like that makes it kind of like nobody has to be the bully. Nobody has to say, hey, I don't want you here anymore. You just say, hey, this is an existing rule. You've had the 3 strikes and now you're out. Yo, thanks, Haru! Lots of people tell me to ask you to do PvP pet battle videos. Is that really true? Well, you know what's on the list? It's not high on the list. It'd be cool if we could do like a PvP pet showdown. Although I feel like you'd have to keep your teams a secret. It's just so team dependent. Like there's all the skill in setting up. Like there's not a lot of skill in pet battles. Like there's some skill in picking your teams and setting them up, but for the most part, it's all about like once you've actually got your teams, which of the 3 moves to use is fairly straightforward. So I don't know how much skill would actually go to a tournament. Any good instances for transmog farming really depends on which transmog you want. What you want to do if you're looking to farm mog is get this add-on. It's called Minara's Wardrobe Helper. You install it, you load it up, and then you'll see once it loads here. It actually might not fully load because I'm in combat. It actually hangs up if we're in combat. But you'll see a big list of all of the instances. Oh dear, I hurt. And how much, like what percentage of loot you have from each one. You can go through and click on all the different things. The other thing to do is go into your appearances tab, look at your sets, and then just click through these and see if you see one you like. And once you see one you like, you can see where to get it and then go start there. So if you like a certain raid's tier set, then you can start with that raid. But it's all, like, the sets are different from all the different classes, so it's going to really depend on a lot. The mod I had for my mission table was Garrison Mission Manager. Garrison Mission Manager for the mission table of Legion. Which sounds misleading because it's not a garrison, but it's good. You've done a few pet tournaments with some of those other smaller PvP pet battle YouTubers. It's a lot of fun, a lot easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, see, that's what I wanted to know, because it looks hard. It looks like it would be a lot of setting up, and like you'd have to spectate it somehow, and have brackets and whatnot. I'll have to look through those and see. I play fast and loose with the health bar, don't judge me. I mean, I'm always judging you a little bit, but that's just kind of who I am. I have like a passive level of judging people. Oh, transmog to sell. Oh! AQ. You want to go to AQ. Any vanilla raid instance, the vanilla greens. Vanilla greens are going to sell the best because they're the most unique. They had, like, a lot of them, so it's harder to get any given one of them, and they also tend to have a lot of slutmog. So you want to do AQ, both of them basically, and just kill all the trash. That's your best bet. The other ones are good too, but you're going to have more trash to kill if you do AQ. What tea are you drinking today? I have a Guife Oolong. This one is very good. It's kind of like a vaguely honey, almost fruity, but it's a very relaxing green tea. So gotta smash the things. Are you even here? No, he's here. I couldn't quite tell if you were helping or not. Look at I can never find any good T-Mogs for Monk. Monks are hard to transmog for. I had the same problem actually when I was looking to go set up sets on my Monk, because they haven't been around for forever and ever like other classes are, so you don't have this built-in history of 10 years worth of tier sets. And I'm assuming Demon Hunters are gonna have the same problem. You don't have all of that tier set history to work off of, but they've got cool stuff. And there's a lot of older leather that you can wear too. My Monk actually is kind of wearing it's not that different from what I'm wearing on my Rogue. I think I have the same top, maybe? I think I'm wearing the same shirt. I like that bandit top. It just looks like real clothes. It looks like normal clothes. And something I really like is seeing fantasy characters just wearing like modern street clothes. I know that this isn't that modern, but I really like that. If I could just like get like a cute sweater and like some shorts and leggings, that'd be some good stuff. Leather, yeah, leather and mail are my least favorite armor types to transmog for. Plate is amazing and cloth is really good, but leather and mail have more so leather than mail, but not a lot going on there. Is your tea tinge of orange or peach? I prefer peach on rainy days. So it's not, I mean, peach is my favorite flavor. As far as the actual color of it, it's kind of it's hard to tell because it's very clear, and this mug is kind of, or not mug, but this teacup is kind of coloring it, but it's almost a amber, like a really pale amber. What add-ons are you using? A lot of them. I have a lot of add-ons. I'm gonna vanish. I can't take on mobs by myself. Yeah, we're joining a group. We're gonna have other people help us. Also, it's gonna zone us off this realm so you can stop getting your butt handed to you. We can't do this quest properly by ourselves. I mean, we can, but we would be there for a while. Oh, man. That person has the Tyrael's Charger, but they also have the glyph to make their shadow form apply to their shadow form apply to their mounts, because you actually have to get glyph for that. It used to be default, but you have to. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. You have to get a glyph now. Oh boy. Thanks, Mr. Demon Hunter. Only 2 classes were male anyways, Hunter and Shaman. Yeah. Yeah, they're really. I mean, they're big on adding leather wares. They need to add another ranged DPS / healer class. I feel like if they do another class, that's what they should do. I was kind of thinking Demon Hunter would have like a ranged DPS and a healer spec. I thought it was going to be more like a Vol'jin / Tyrande archetype, but they really went full Illidan with it. 885 was still no legendary. What should I do to get it? You want to do your emissaries. You want to do all the broken shore quests to turn in war supplies for those little boxes that you open. You want to do your random daily heroic, although you got to do that anyways. I mean, I guess you're not upgrading any legendaries. You don't have any. Forget the heroic. And then you want to raid. You want to do normal raids, heroic raids, LFR raids, Emerald Nightmare, Nighthold, Trial of Valor, Tomb, any and all raids that you can get into. They can all drop you legendaries, and they have a better chance than most things. I don't need to fight this guy anymore. I regret my decisions. Does anybody need this mob? Oh no. I'm running. I'm using my Crimson Vial. I always call it a red potion. Like, Crimson Vial is such a health potion thing. Like, we know it's a health potion. Just let us call it that. Does anybody need it? Can I guess I could stun it. Let's stun it. There we go. You're stunned for 6 seconds. What you gonna do? What you got? Huh? Nothing. Alright, somebody else is on it now. It's so sad how impotent you are below 110, and then also, so now we leave the group. I'm gonna re-invite you because you will be... No, don't request to join. Ugh. Alright, there we go. I'll leave the group, and then we've got one more to do. We gotta destroy some soul harvesting operations, and then the last dude. I missed Vol'jin. He was taken too soon. He was taken too soon. I was looking forward to him really doing some good things with the Horde, and then all of a sudden he's just gone. You guys have got Sylvanas. Good luck with that. My kitty's just gonna sleep there the whole stream, huh? Hazel, what is your group called? My group? I'm just doing this with a guildie. This is just a dude from my guild. I'm not in a listed group at this time. So we can let's just find something in the group finder that can fit. If I start a group, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of people that aren't like immediately here. So we'll just do this in our own. We can there's stuff to click on. We'll be fine. Invasions are meant to be done at 110. They are, but they're such good experience. They're crazy experience below level 110. So you're like, it's by even when you're just like not accomplishing anything, it would be silly to not do them. Like they're so much faster than regular leveling. So I can sap a dude. I can only sap one dude though. So I could, like, if I sap, oh, there we go. So I'll sap this dude. I don't know why I can sap demons, but I can. And then I can click on this thing, and then I'll do this thing, and then I'll just re-stealth because I'm actually not in combat. And then I just move on with my life. Can I pickpocket these prisoners? No. They're not actually dudes. I wanted to, like, they're not going to need their stuff. They're getting, like, eaten by the Legion, you know? What are they going to use it for? So, I can only sap one dude. Probably out of aggro range over here. And then I stealth again. Sap the other dude. This is how to do world quests without actually having to fight anything. And then do it from over here. And then we stealth again. And we're off. Good. Do your looms also affect how much you get? Yeah, looms affect, heirlooms affect invasion, or not invasion experience. Experience from everything. They're not specific to killing things or quests. It's just a total experience gain. You get plus 55% if you're wearing all of it. Maybe it's even 60. I don't quite remember. If you're wearing all of it, including, like, I have the pirate ring over here. So it's like, it was really good before, and now that we have invasions that scale all the way, it's like extra good now. So we're up to like 74. We're still gonna have to kill the boss, but that's not a big deal. I'm gonna kind of start heading down that way. There should be some more of those things to click on once we get a little bit closer. Steal all the demon stuff. What do you got? You know, you got a chronometer? I like those. Those give me some coins of air. Oh, that one gives me 200. Good, thank you. So that thing actually summons the boss. That's not a thing for the thing. I can't find Hazel's tune. I have armory links on my Twitch page. How did you get the pirate ring? The pirate ring you get from winning the fishing tournament. It happens on weekends. I haven't... apparently it's easier to do now. Somebody was telling me that they handed a lot more wins per event. I haven't actually managed to do it. I think it happens on Sundays, and they don't show it on the calendar anymore. It's just on Sundays, like, at a time. So I've been meaning to go back and look into that, but I'm always doing stuff on Sundays. Is level 19 Twink back? I mean, I think this is the character that I was twinking on at level 19. I'm no longer level 19. I don't have any level 19 twinks right now. I wish Rocket Jump's cooldown was to reduce to 30 seconds. That would be so OP in PvP, though. Like, Rocket Jump is actually really good in Arena. It can get you up, not, like, completely back onto the bridge, but, like, on Runes of Lordaeron. Not on Runes of Lordaeron. Dalaran Sewers, you can hop up where there's no stairs. Alright, so that is, that's it. I am one thing. Maybe I can go, find a flower to pick or something. I'm gonna do that, actually. Thanks! I'm gonna... because you get some experience from picking herbs, and I think I have herbalism. Let's go find, like, a nice flower and see if I can get up to 105. Because I think I unlock another level of Order Hall research. I think I can go poke around in my Rogue Hall and get a little bit more Order Hall research at 105. So we just need to find ourselves a nice fox flower. No, Fioran Scotland. The fox flower's in the other one. There are 3 heirloom rings from doing the Draenor Shipyard quest. Yep, and you can wear 2 of those. Can you wear 2 of those, actually? Maybe you can only wear 1. But there's, like, those 3 rings, there's 1 each for agility, strength, and intellect, so having, oh, here it is. I might aggro without doing this. No, we got it. Alright, so that didn't quite get me up there, but, I don't know, how many could I really need? We did it, Chi-Chi. First 50, that's crazy, but now I have to do it. Sadly, I'm helping a friend move. I mean, it comes back every weekend, right? But yeah, between it being the first 50 and between, and the other thing was, like, nobody knows about it anymore because it's not in the calendar and people have kind of forgotten that it was a thing, so there's not going to be that much competition. I bet if you just go do it and you try, it'll probably be fine. There we go, so level 105. Whoa! Let's head back to my class hall. I'm going to try and remember where the research sheet is. Yeah, I think the first 50 people that turn it in win. Hazel, you're so small on the screen, like my gnome or me, because I'm pretty sure my camera is huge. This is a big camera. Hazel, how do you get flying in Draenor? You need to complete the Draenor Pathfinder achievement. So if we go into achievements, we look for Pathfinder. Draenor Pathfinder, you need to explore Draenor. You need to do the bonus objectives. You need to do the Lore Master. You need to do the Treasure Hunter thing. You need to do the Tanan Jungle thing to get revered with the 3 Tanan Jungle factions. It's a bunch of stuff. It's basically like it was in Legion. But once you've done it once, you now have it in all of your characters. So if you're planning on leveling a bunch of stuff, I recommend doing it, because then every future alt that you level through Warlords, you'll be able to fly. And flying is really nice, specifically for that thing that you get to you get to like 92, and you go, you get to like 92, and you go to Gorgrond. You do all the bonus objectives less one thing. You don't finish them, you just get them almost done. And then you go get that XP potion. You just stack up a bunch of experience buffs. You pop them, you fly around, you do all the objectives, and you get like 6 levels. It's great. Now on Sunday, all of us are going to be doing it. Well, it's also like realm specific, and it may even be shard specific. I think it's at the very least realm specific, so it's not like you're all going to be fighting on the same thing. Nobody cares about Draenor. I mean, you still have to level through Draenor. Alright, so let's go ahead and... So you said it was down the hall. Down the hall. I thought it was in here. So, like, through the torch thing, I thought it was by the dude. Because I spent ages looking for it earlier. One of these guys. Right? Yeah? No? Not you. You're just a bard. You're the research guy. Maybe it was in the room with the artifact. Oh no, he's over here. I found him. Found him. We're good. Okay, so I can do another thing. Return with a vault ticket. Loot a random reward from the uncrowned vault. What can you get from that? Should I look it up? Because I don't really care about that. I'm not going to do missions forever. But that sounds like fun. A vault ticket. What kind of things can you get from that? I'm going to look it up. Wowhead. The vault. Show me what's up. Here, I'll look at the vault ticket. Somebody will tell me. Sure, alright, some items, so you get gold, buffs, boots, thistlety. Oh, it's just like that stuff. Oh, there's a toy, though. There's a toy from it. Artifact power. Alright, well, that's fine. I'll do that for a chance at a toy. That's fine. Oh, a hidden artifact skin. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. The cat's up. Oh, are you up? You have a good sleep? I hope she had a good nap. She always seems to have good naps. She spends like half of her life napping. Alright, so we have like half an hour left, but I'm gonna go rock through the Wailing Caverns and see if we can get an ever-living spore. I believe that it could happen. Like the same thing as flying the Brooklyn Shore. Exactly. So it's very much the same thing. It's actually it was a little bit harder back then. They made it easier in Legion. But maybe they didn't. Maybe it's about the same. About the same thing. Cats showering after a nap. That's pretty much cats for you. They sleep. They groom themselves. Sometimes they cuddle, depending on your cat. And for the most part, they just hang out. That's what I really liked about a cat. Is like when I first got a cat, I knew that it might not like me. Like sometimes they just don't. And as long as it would just like hang out and be chill and be relatively content with its life and look cute, that was all I really wanted. So I really lucked out by getting one that does all of those things and also loves me and misses me when I leave. And she comes and like rubs all over me when I come home. So let's, how do I get there? Oh yeah, I know how to get there. I have portals. Here's another reason to do pet battles if you don't already do them. If you have done the pet battles and you've done the dungeon challenges, you get some handy extra portals from Dalaran to the Wailing Caverns and the Dead Mines. So it just kind of helps you get around. You don't have to go do the dungeons specifically. This isn't key for the instance. It actually takes you to those places in the world. But it looks like the cat's going to stay there for now. So I just need to make sure all my pets are healed. I think they're fine. And I have, thankfully, I have my rematch team set up for this. They're not, like, so many of these fights are just easy and you just need whatever to deal with them. I have a bunch of random stuff. These aren't necessarily optimal teams. These are just kind of like whatever I felt like setting up when I first went through and did this, but it should be fine. But we have our fingers crossed for a nice ever-living spore. That would be really cool. She's on the prowl. Leveling is annoying, but at least I'm not going to be late for patch 7.3 because I'm level 108. Oh, you're going to be so on time. We're not going to see 7.3 for quite a while. I would give it, like, 12 weeks, even. Like, 3 months worth. I'd say probably around... So it's what? June? It's almost July. It's July. Yeah, I'd say we're going to see it before BlizzCon, but not, like, ages before BlizzCon. About 3 months from now. Maybe a little earlier than that. Maybe it would be... No. Because, oh, Kat, are you leaving? Are you not going to stay there anymore? Where are you going? You want to come up here? You can come up here. You're on camera over here, too. Come here. Hi. Alright, well, I'll turn off your other camera. You don't need it. Cat cam. It took me a second to find. I almost clicked the stop streaming button, which is not the one I'm looking for. I probably should have swapped pets, but it doesn't matter. None of these pets that I have in any of these teams are reused at any point. I have like a completely new set for all of them, so it doesn't matter if I have them faint or whatever. Hi. You're such a sweet kitty cat. You were sleeping for hours, and you're just gonna come up here and sleep over here? Is that your plan? Oh, okay. Hi. All right, one more. Kitty used prowl / cast pants. And she's a very good feral druid. I bet she would do a lot of damage, although she's never really damaged anything in her life. Wasn't very effective. Yeah, she's not super sneaky. Although sometimes, like, she's very quiet. Like, some cats talk a lot. She doesn't talk very much. So, sometimes you'll forget that she's sitting somewhere, because she'll just, like, sit in the middle of the floor. And I've been known to trip on her from time to time, and I always feel really bad, and I'll, like, sit down and make sure she's fine and apologize a lot of times, and she doesn't seem to mind. But it's kind of easy to forget about you and trip on you. I guess she makes sense when you step on her tail. I only ever stepped on her tail once, but she didn't. She was not happy. Got your attention? Yeah, she always gets my attention. Sometimes, like, she always does this when I'm making the vlog usually, which is funny because normally if I'm just editing or recording or writing or like whatever, like any of the other things that I'm doing, she'll just be fine to be wherever. But as soon as I start talking to the camera, as soon as I set up the camera, she's like, oh, this is my cute. I'm getting up in that lap. I'm going. It's pretty cute. It doesn't look like she's running Jagged Claws or Savage Roar. Nah. We got her as a kitten, and one of the things that I made sure to do when she was really small is handle her paws a lot, and make sure that she lets me take out each one of her claws and rub her paws all over, and she's totally fine with that. So now that she's a grown-up, I can trim her nails, and I do. Whenever her nails get too sharp, I'll just like take her on the couch and take her nail clippers and go through and clip all her nails and give her a treat. And she knows she gets a treat after that. She's like, all right, fine. I'm not happy about this, but I will let you because I like kitty treats. They'll definitely get real sharp if we don't do that. Hey Jessica, how are you doing? Oh, I shouldn't have used interrupting gaze. It's nice on these subsequent pets because they are slower than me, but it's a bit of a waste on the flying pet because he's got that buff. The one thing that they did with the Wailing Caverns was they made it a little bit too, like, these early battles are easy, and I realized that they made more of them to make it a little bit more challenging to get enough pets to get through it because you can't heal through this challenge. But when you have enough pets, it's just really dull. Like, there's no question of whether or not we're going to beat this white quality deviant chomper. It's just kind of gonna happen. But you still got to go through and do it. Is this PvP pet battles? I mean, it's player versus pet battles. That's PvP. Those are the right letters. Do you have an ever-living spore? Has it dropped for you yet, Hera? She's contemplating which legendaries to use, I bet. So many people don't handle their pets properly when young. Wonder why they can't do anything. Opening mouth, checking paws, teeth, eyes, yeah. Even if it's not like a pet, things like chickens. When we had chickens back as a kid, we'd get our chickens as chicks, and we'd always make sure to pick them up a lot when they were young. A, because baby chickens are adorable, and they're super cute to, like, hang out with. And even if they poop on you, it's, like, this big. But B, because if, like, your chicken gets sick or anything, you need to help it in some way or check on something. It helps if you can pick up your chicken without your chicken just pecking the heck out of you. So we hit him with the Metal Fist once. I don't always remember what I put in my guides. Sometimes I forget, but as far as I remember, we Metal Fist once, then we throw up the Reflective Shield. He's gonna Stone Skin first, I shield. Spam this until he gets to about 600-ish, and then make sure I get off my Ion Cannon before I die. It's okay if he doesn't die the Ion Cannon, as long as I actually get it off. But now is a good enough time, because he's probably going to kill me there, and I come back. You're still running World Wailing Caverns for the Spore, too. It's a good PvP pet, hinted. Yeah, but yeah, I got all the other ones pretty easily. It's just that Spore hates me. Let's go ahead and do... we'll do this one. I bet, like, I've got the speed to just finish him off with a good peck, and then I bet I can just get through the flapper on my own. Ugh. We may yet see PvP pet battle videos from Hazel. It's not that I don't want to do them. I think they would be fun. It would just be a matter of fitting it into all the other... Like, I have so many videos. I'm never out of videos. I never, like, wake up in the morning and go, man, I don't know what to make today. I always have a list, like, 30, 40 things deep that I'm really excited to do, and I just never get to the bottom of it. I've been telling her to do PvP pets for years now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The other thing is that the PvP pet battle community is fairly, like, they're cool people, and they're very dedicated, but they're a fairly small community, and it wouldn't be, like, a lot of people might see that and go, I don't do PvP pet battles, I'm going to skip over this one, and it just wouldn't be relevant to as many people. I had 7 chickens once. I could put one on my shoulder. She would just sit there. Yeah, chickens are awesome if they're socialized enough to not hate people. I mean, if I can get a place, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be impossible, because I want a place where I can have a couple chickens, but I also want a place where I have really good internet, and I think those things are exclusive. I don't think you can actually get good internet out to a place that lets you have chickens without your neighbors getting all cranky at you. She seems to be close to caving. You hit your chicken with a Metal Fist? I mean, just that one. I forgot to use Missile first, but this is fine. My granny used to bring freshly hatched chicks to my bed in the morning when I was a kid. Oh, that's cute. As long as it was to, like, say hi and pet them and not to just, like, eat them whole. But I miss fresh eggs. I've recently gotten into a real groove with my meals. I eat the same thing, not for dinner, but for breakfast and lunch every day now. And for breakfast, I will have 1 fried egg on 1 piece of buttered toast with some salt and pepper. And it, like, seems to be the right amount of food to keep me going without being too full. But grocery store eggs are just so underwhelming. And I know I can get fresh, like, free-range eggs without having my own chickens. I could probably find somebody that sells them out here. I mean, I'm in Oregon. There's farms everywhere. But, you know, really, like, if you've never had a really fresh egg, you don't even understand what you're missing. Especially if, like, the chicken has, like, some like some land to go on and to eat like all the bugs and grass and like all the good stuff that they want. It's not even the same type of food. It's so good. Yeah, the biggest PvP pet battle channel on YouTube with 4K subs. I used to think about having different channels for different types of game content, but I think I've recently decided it's just easier for me to keep it all in one. Even if I do IRL videos, I'm probably going to put them on my main channel and just put them in a separate playlist, and if somebody really gets super offended that they see something that's not quite to their taste, then that's fine. I don't do the Pokemon stuff, I mean pet battles? I see. I'm confused about it. Oh, you randomly got a Tome of Tranquil Mind in your bags? You get a couple when you first finish leveling. Like, when you first hit level 110, you get a couple in, like, your welcome package or whatever. So you may not have bought it. It may be one of those default ones. Maybe it's not even when you finish leveling. Maybe it's, like, below that level. But, or maybe somebody gave you a present. We had a chicken at my holiday house. It got 13 eggs out in one night. That sounds insane. That sounds impossible. Like, you couldn't even fit that many eggs in a chicken, could you? Maybe. The yolks are so orange. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm talking about fresh eggs. I'm making myself hungry. Alright, so that's one boss down. Scooch along here. Battle pets. Now introducing pet battles. Be legendary. Yeah. Pet battles have a lot to do with Pokemon, but it's not... Honestly, if you really wanted to play a game like this, you would play Pokemon. I think that the real draw of pet battles is the collection aspect of it. Like, not only... Like, the actual battle system is fine, and it's well enough fleshed out, but the reason why I do pet battles isn't so much because I think it's super fun that I've decided to use a Zeppelin to take out this snake because his moves are super effective. It's because if I beat all of these pets... I didn't mean to press that button. I was supposed to do another missile. It's because if I beat all these pets and I get to the end, I could get an ever-living spore. It's all about collecting more pets for me, as opposed to actually doing the battles. Like, the battles are a means to an end. They're fun, and it's a cute extra thing to do in WoW, and I think it works really well. Kind of like archaeology as like a side thing, like an extra thing to do in WoW. But as a standalone thing, it's definitely... I mean, if you really want to play a standalone pet game, you just play Pokemon. Pokemon's great. It's having people unsub my main channel whenever I put pet battle videos, so I just moved them to its own channel. Audience is a lot different than yours. That's probably fair. It's probably definitely a good call depending on what kind of thing you've built up. I grew up in the city. Eggs come from Ralph's. Who's Ralph? Or maybe Ralph's is like a store. And as a kid, we were gonna go eat somewhere for a cousin's birthday, and we were gonna go to like Uncle Tom's or something. And this is like my dad's side of the family, and my dad's side of the family is like a really big like Catholic family with just like a billion aunts and uncles and cousins. Like, you don't even know them all. So I didn't know that Uncle Tom's was a restaurant. I thought we actually had an Uncle Tom that I'd just never heard of. It might not be Tom. It might have been a different uncle. I don't remember the exact name. But I was like so cranky that I was gonna have to spend my weekend morning making nice to some relative that I had never even heard of, who probably had a house that smelled funny. You probably didn't have any cool toys to play with, and I was gonna have to like hang out there and eat some food that I didn't even like. And then we went to a restaurant, and I was like, man, this is Uncle Tom's. This is the best place ever. I love Uncle Tom. Ralph's a shady egg peddler trench coat and all. He's just got eggs. He just opens his coat like that dude from Hercules that was like, you wanna buy a sundial? I love that guy. But he's like that, but he's got eggs. It's a grocery store. I see. That makes sense. It's a division of Fred Meyer. Oh, I see. Yeah, we do most of our grocery shopping at Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer was the weirdest concept for me when I first moved to America, because we have, like, mega superstores in Canada. Like, we have those gigantic Walmarts now, and we have, I don't know, that's it. I mean, we have Superstore, which is, like, its own thing. So it's not, like, a weird concept to have groceries also in a store that sells other stuff, but Fred Meyer just does it so, I don't know. I feel like they do a better job of it. And at home, most of the time, I would get groceries from a specific grocery store. Usually one with whatever was within walking distance. I want to do pet battle dungeons, but I don't know what pets I need. Well, depending on which dungeon you're specifically interested in, although you have to start with Wailing Caverns. You can't just jump ahead to the other one. You gotta do Wailing Caverns first. I have video guides that go over all the fights and tell you what to get. I have, like, lists in the descriptions of those. So look for my Wailing Caverns guide and my Dead Mines guide. And in the description of each of those videos, or I talk about it in the video, I have a list of what you need. Basically, the gist of it is for Wailing Caverns in particular, you want a lot of mechanical pets. You want a good selection of flying magic. You want to make sure that you have a mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, and then at least one other dragon, like an Emerald Protowhelp or whatnot. And then at the end, I use a Toothy, but you could use most water pets, but I really like Toothy. I like Toothy for that a lot. How you doing, cat? She's just parked there. She might not get up until the stream ends. Still not one Australian YouTuber that plays WoW and talks about chickens. Is that something you're looking for in your life? They're a lot different from Pokemon, so it's a nice change of pace. Less pets in the team, AoE spells, objects that can be made. You can't be one-shot by normal abilities. That's true. That's true. I do like the pace of this actually better than Pokemon. Pokemon tends to be... I never did like competitive Pokemon. I always just kind of played the games. And because they're kids games for the most part, although this was changed a little bit in the more recent ones, but for the most part you could kind of steamroll over whatever with really basic type matchups. And then in competitive it got crazy with like IVs and EVs and you know, the special training, and like you want a specific moveset and you're countering specific matchups, and it was just like the competitive Pokemon community is nuts. Those people are crazy. So pet battles is like a nice easy middle ground where you're not going to absolutely steamroll everything right away, but it's also easier. It's much more accessible than competitive Pokemon anyways. You live in Canada? I don't live in Canada anymore. I'm from Canada. I live in Oregon now. I am from like the Victoria-ish area, like the West Coast, Vancouver Island. Is where I'm from. I moved three years ago or so. I can never get my tabbies to sit in my lap. Only when I have food do they come around. Yeah, it's all very dependent on the cat. This one, like, I could say that it's because I handled her a lot as a kitten, but I don't think it's true. Like, when we actually went to the shelter to meet the kittens, they had like a little room where you could hang out with the kitten to see if you liked it, basically. And we took this one into that room, and she like immediately climbed it. Well, I think she climbed in my husband's lap first, and she like hung out there for a minute, and then she came over to my lap, and she climbed in my lap and like fell asleep, and I was like, this is my cat. this is the one we're taking home. She's chosen us. It's a very wand chooses the wizard situation. IVs and EVs were harder to learn than my college classes at the time I was learning it. Yeah, competitive Pokemon goes hard. It is so far from children's games. Where did you get the WoW posters? Blizzard Gear Store, you go to the canvas art. The canvas art on the Blizzard Gear Store. It's under publishing and media. I'm not going very quickly through this. I need to replace that Nest Guardian. She doesn't actually kill this boss. I think she might do it if I extra plating early. Or maybe I should need to be using more use of wind-up, but I don't really think that hard. So I need to actually replace that because I usually have to bring in my swag squad. You gotta have a swag squad. Swag squad. It's hard to say. You should try saying it. It's hard to say. But I usually end up having to bring in this guy to finish the boss off, and he takes a bit of damage. It's usually fine. Like, I have a Nexus Whelpling to back it up, but it takes a little bit. I love Victoria. Yeah, it's my favorite city in the whole world. Don't get me wrong. Portland's great. Portland is my second favorite city. I've been to a couple places. Not a lot, but I've traveled a little bit. And I love Portland. I'm glad I live here. It's weird, and the weather's nice, and the food's good, and there's lots of stuff to do. But I miss Victoria. Victoria's like, it's too expensive. It's too expensive for normal people to live there. I mean, you can, but you're not cost of living, your standards, your living standards, like how much space you have and whether or not you're able to have a car, and there's a lot of things you take for granted that you just can't when you're paying that much money for your housing. So it's more realistic to live somewhere like here. I have a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old tabby. 13, isn't that pretty old for a cat, or do they get much older than that? This is the first cat that I've ever really had. I didn't have any cats before this. I couldn't have any as a kid because I was allergic, and I guess I just grew out of it because I seem fine now. But this is the first one, and she's only like 2 or 3. But as far as I'm concerned, she's gonna live forever and ever and ever and ever. This cat is eternal. Except downtown on protest days, which is every day. And hey Hazel, your TSM tutorial guide helped me a ton. Thank you so much. No problem. Thanks for watching it. I always love whenever I hear stories of someone that actually got set up with TSM, because getting set up with TSM is not easy, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Especially if you can actually like make a bunch of gold and start paying for your sub with it. Although the don't mind me, I'm actually gonna kill these instead of getting the buff from them, because I find that they keep me in combat, which makes it hard for rematch to load my stuff. So I kill them as I go by, so I exit combat with them. But if you're not using rematch, they do give you sprints. You just run through them. But now that I'm not in combat, I can pull that up. My proto-whelp doesn't quite solo this guy, but he comes pretty close. Your last cat lived to 18, they can get to like 20. Oh, awesome. That's good news. Oh, the Australian Victoria. Oh, I see. Cats are considered old once they get past 20. That's a long time. So in terms of cat years, this thing's like a baby. She's just like a little teeny tiny baby. I wonder if she's gonna get really cranky when she's old. I know some cats that get really old are just like, they just don't really want to move or do anything anymore. Oh, I have something tickling in my nose. I'm good. I think I did. I think I may have like pet my cat and then put cat hair on my face. It might still be there. Itchy nose. How hyped are you for Argus? I'm like a medium level of hyped. I need to really look in to see exactly what we get. I have a bad feeling because it's just a patch land, right? Like it's a Timeless Isle, it's a Tanan jungle, it's a Broken Shore. It's not a whole expansion. So it's a planet, and like we look up in the sky and we see this gigantic planet, and it's easy to get really hyped for, oh my god, we're going to a brand new planet. But I don't think it's going to feel that big because I don't see how they can really do an entire planet justice with one patch's worth of content. If they did Argus as an expansion, like Draenor, I think that would be really cool. And I think it's going to be cool anyways, but I don't know. I don't see how they're really going to get the scope of it right because it's going to be, like I said, just one patch worth of content. Have you seen Sleepeg's Guild rating Mythic Tomb? He's streaming on Twitch. I have not seen that yet. I have a 3 human-year-old black house cat. He's a savage. That's good. You have a defense cat. Maybe if somebody breaks in, your cat's gonna be like, no, I live here, get out. I'm gonna bite you. 3 zones, yeah. Well, 3 zones, that's better than 1 zone at least. That's nice. More story-driven like Suramar. Don't get me wrong, Suramar had a great story. The quests were cool, they were fun. I just didn't want to be doing them. I had no interest in doing quests, and it kept making me do quests. It kept being like, oh, you want quests? Here's quests. I got quests. I got these quests and those quests and quests out here and optional quests, but you're gonna have to do them for your achievement anyways. You're just like, here, quest for days. And I was like, I just want to go back to something else. I did not have any interest in doing them, and hopefully I'll have more time next time that I can actually like maybe look into the story and enjoy it a bit, but oh man. The more and more story-driven WoW gets, the more I think that I'm gonna have to catch up with the story one of these days. I'm gonna have to actually figure out what's going on and what happened in the War of the Ancients behind the whole tree thing. It's almost raid time. Bye, Hazel. See you later, Space War. Defense cat equals guardian bear. Like Vashir. Oh yeah, Vashir did have different zones, didn't it? Vashir was such a cool place. Oh, I forgot to switch this out. I need to exit this battle and actually load up my mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, and then just like another thing, doesn't really matter. Let's grab, sure, why not 2 beasts. Let's get a, I forgot what was just up there. Whatever. Here, I'll throw my Hateful Eye in there. I haven't been able to use him yet. This should do. Yeah, there's a magic pet out there. Or a flying pet that requires magic. Defense cat is a cat that dissected a rat in half. Don't want to get rabies. Oh man. This cat's like, this cat's an indoor cat only. We're not, at this apartment complex, we're not allowed to have outdoor animals. And I don't think I would have an outdoor cat anyways, just because it's not terribly safe for an outdoor cat around here. It's not like country where they can, well, I guess even in the country there's like animals and stuff, but I'm too paranoid. I would like, anytime my cat wasn't home, I would be stressing out, worrying about my cat, because sometimes outdoor cats just don't come home. It's just a thing that can happen. Oh, this one stays inside. What are your tips on getting rep for Legion factions? You want to 200% any of the reputation missions that come in, even if they're for a rep that you don't care about, because you're going to get a Tribute to the Broken Isles that gives you 1,500 to a random rep. So 200% all those missions. You can use the Garrison Mission Manager add-on to help you 200% them, or figure out which one of your dudes you need to use to 200% it. And then the other thing is just do as many world quests as you can stomach for that specific thing. I'd say pick a rep. For example, I'm doing Dream Movers, and then just do all the world quests whenever they come up. Just clear that zone. And especially if you don't have a lot of time, focus on the elite ones, because those will give you 250 rep, whereas the basic ones only give you 75. So focus on the elite quests. Do the other ones after that. Do world quests for that zone, and make sure you're 200% of the Order Hall missions. Is the Sundarter Hatchling viable in pet battles? I haven't actually tried it yet. It's got some interesting moves. It had some combos. Sundarter Hatchling. So I think it'd actually be very viable, even for PvP, especially for PvP actually, because you've got like Ethereal and Ancient Blessing are both really good. Like Ethereal, because it always goes first, even though it's kind of a slow pet, you're going to be able to avoid any like big hits basically. But if you wanted to heal, you've got the Sunlight Ancient Blessing combo, which is going to heal you for a lot. And then you can damage with Blink Strike, which will always go first despite your low speed, so you can benefit from having a bit of a higher attack and a bit of a higher health pool. Sleeping Gas is fine, but the cooldown on it means that you're going to be shuffling around these other things, so you're not going to be using Sleeping Gas as much as you're going to be using Blink Strike. It's mostly a magic damage pet. But because you're a critter, You don't get stunned, so it's definitely got some good use. I haven't actually used it yet because it's such a new pet, but my outdoor cat has disappeared for weeks, but he always comes back. What's TSM? TSM is Trade Skill Master. It's also Team Solo Mid, but in the context of WoW, it's Trade Skill Master. Trade Skill Master is a suite of add-ons that lets you manage items mostly, so it'll help you sell things in the auction house, it'll help you mail things between characters, it'll help you keep track of what you've sold. It can help you determine crafting and profit. For example, if I open up my... here, this is the TSM interface for enchanting, so I can see that if I created the Tome of Illusions Azeroth, the cost of the materials, like the profit on is 3,800 gold. So if I bought all the materials I needed for that in the auction house, assuming they were available, and then I created and I sold it, I would make a profit of 3,800. It pulls its information on what each of these things are worth on the auction house from like current auction house scans, which like Trade Skill Master does those. You actually have a desktop app that populates the add-on with that info. It's good. It's really good stuff. It'll show you market values in tooltips. So for example, if I wanted to see how much I can sell this Master's Vest for, I mouse over it. You can see I have the minimum buyout and market value listed there, around 360 gold. So now I know that's how much I can sell that for. It's good stuff. That outdoor cat sounds badass. Does your cat sleep in your bed or the dark abyss called the laundry? She sleeps on pretty much any bed ever. She'll sleep on our bed, the dog's bed, the other dog's other bed, the couch, the other couch, the floor. She'll sleep pretty much wherever, but she doesn't really sleep in laundry. However, when we are folding laundry, she never misses laundry folding. Typically, I'll just dump all my laundry in the bed and then sit up on the bed with like some music and just fold all my laundry. And whenever I do that, whenever she hears me getting the laundry from the dryer, she'll show up on the bed. She'll crawl into my lap as soon as I sit down, and then she will like bat at the laundry while I'm like shaking it out and trying to fold it, which is both very cute because she never misses a time. She's always showing up for laundry duty. So it's like super cute, but it's also like kind of, annoying because, you know, you're trying to fold socks and she's like, no, that's my sock. So usually what I'll do is I'll take a sock and I'll just like dangle it and she'll be like, give it. And I give it to her. And then she's like, not chewing, but she like has that sock and she doesn't have enough paws to grab anything else. Where can I start learning how to build macros and hotkeys? So those are kind of different things. Hotkeys, you want to go into key bindings. You can set everything up in here, but honestly, an easier way to keybind things like your abilities is to use an add-on like Bartender. In Bartender, you can, actually, I don't think I can do it during a pet battle, but you can just mouse over a button, press the key you want to bind it to, and it'll bind that. It'll bind it for you. It's very, very fast and easy, as opposed to having to like dig through the menu. And then for macros, honestly, macros are kind of on an as-needed basis, but you can get macros from other people. There are articles that you can read through that show you all of the macro commands, all the different things you can do with them, but macros are a little bit tougher. For the most part, you can, like, on any website that has a guide for your class, and most classes will have their own website, there will be usually a section for add-ons and macros, and they'll show you the useful macros, they'll tell you what they do, and they'll actually show you the macro. You can just copy-paste it. So that's the best place to get started for doing that. Making your own isn't usually needed, unless there's something really specific you want to do. Your cat is super cute. I have a 6-year-old ragdoll. Oh, that sounds awesome. I like the big cats, like the big ragdolls and the Maine Coons and whatnot, but I feel like they would shed a lot. And my husband has a bit of a cat allergy, so we wanted to get a short hair cat to avoid aggravating that more than absolutely necessary. Have you tried mouse over healing macros? I have mouse over healing macros. They're all set up. All of my healing spells are on mouse over macros. I think I have a video. Maybe I don't. Do I have a video about setting them up? I thought I did. Maybe not. Alright, so we did the quest. We are going to leave instance, turn this in, and cross our fingers for an ever-living spore. Nope. Nope. One day. I don't know when, but one day. Let's see here. Okay, so, what do you think about the new caster animations in 7.3? I haven't looked at them yet. I'm not letting myself look at any of the 7.3 stuff until I finish the Tomb Guide, so probably next week. So, we have about 5 minutes left, which is a great sign that I need to do a PvP pet battle. I'm gonna pull up my Sun Darter hatchling and see what it can do. Hey Joker, what you doing in here? You wanna come say hi? He doesn't. I guarantee you he doesn't. Come here. Buddy, come here, it's okay. Joker, come here. He's scared of the cat. Joker, come here. Joker, come. Come in. Joker, come here. He's pretending he can't hear me. What a goofy dog. The cat doesn't really fight him, but she will kind of thwap at him a little bit if he's too close, and he knows that, so he just stays like really far away from the cat. So, I'm going to go ahead and heal my pets. We're going to grab the Sun Darter Hatchling. I'm going to try the heal combo with Blink Strike. And then let's grab a Brew Pup, apparently, with, this is all fine. When am I ever going to fight a critter? I don't need a beast. Nobody uses critters. You know what people use? Is they use undead pets, so I need something with critter damage. Something like the Blind Rat. Or no, wasn't there another one that had critter damage that came out recently? Was it like the Sneaky Marmot or the Dig Rat? The Marmot's got Chomp. Let me use the Marmot. It's like really fast, so it's got Chomp. It's got Blinding Powder, and I could use Smoke Bomb, or I could just burrow. Smoke Bomb, sure. And then, one more. What does the Dig Rat got going on? Like, that's another new one, right? Oh, actually, you know what I haven't used yet? I haven't used Ben Fu. I have not used Ben Fu. I haven't leveled Ben Fu. I need to level Ben Fu. Let's buy a stone for it real quick. I'm pretty sure I have the extra stuff. There we go. And... oh, no, I gotta summon it. I do this every time. Alright, so it's a level 25 Banfu. I gotta bring my Sun Darter Hatchling out because I accidentally put him away. So Banfu, we've got Moon Tears, Spirit Claws, always hits during moonlight. And Prowl, sure. Sure. It's fine battle. We're gonna do it. I hope one of you is probably gonna snipe me with a team that like super counters this. I have a feeling. Show the dog on cat cam. I would, but he doesn't seem to want to come over here, and I try not to make him do things he doesn't want to do. Outside of, like, training. It looks like he doesn't listen. I swear he listens to, like, when we're, like, outside. It's just, if he doesn't want to. Alright, so we've got some stuff. I'm gonna start with Benfu. Let's see here. So the combo, we got Moon Tears, Prowl, Spirit Claws. See what we can do here. Prowl, magic abilities will deal extra damage. This isn't a magic ability, although the Sun Darter stuff is going to be a magic. So now I'm still faster even with Prowl. Dang! Oh, that hurt. That hurt him pretty good. And now I'm going to be still hitting reasonably hard because I've got... my attack actually sucks. But he's healing more because of that. I have my beast damage thing now. I'm just gonna keep spamming Spirit Claws. I'm all about not switching unless I have to. So he's refreshing his heal. I think I can still kill him because I'm below that halfway point. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape. One of his pets is green, which is not going to be helping him. He's got a Frosty the Frostwolf Ghost Pup. I'm not even gonna worry about refreshing Moon Tears. It's gonna heal us a little bit, but not really all that much. He used Ghostly Bite. Doesn't that stun him? Yeah, he's stunned now. But I'm dead. We're gonna bring out the Sneaky Marmot. And because he's stunned, I can't use Blinding Powder to stun him again. Like, I think Blinding Powder DRs was... Oh, that hurt him. I would have to get really lucky to kill him with that. So, I'm gonna Blinding Powder now. Reduce... oh, no, it doesn't DR. That's hit chance. So, he's gonna block an attack. I'm gonna eat his block. He still can't hit me because he's blinded, and I'm gonna hit him again. It's gonna take 2 of these to actually get through him. He might switch. No. He's decided not to switch. He's stunned. It's fine. So I kill him with one of these unless he decides to swap his pet out. And then if he doesn't, he's still stunned, so he can't hit me this turn. He can hit me next turn, but I could just blind him. I could blind him or I could Smoke Bomb. I'm gonna blind him because... oh, shoot! I misclicked! He's gonna hit me now. I totally could have avoided that damage. Whatever. I'll blind this thing. I'll blind... oh, Blinding Powder is actually gonna... oh, it doesn't... it's super effective, but it doesn't do any damage. It just reduces his hit rate. So now he's gonna Emerald Presence. He's still blinded for a turn. I'm gonna hit him. If he uses... see, I think he might have Proto Strike. If he uses Proto Strike, then I will Smoke Bomb. I would hit him and then he would go up. No. Alright. Well, I've only got one more. Well, I know he's not, well, he might be healing with Emerald Dream. I'm still gonna Sunlight Ancient Blessing because I really want, like, that huge heal. Oh no, he's healing too! Whoops. Oh well. I'll Ancient Blessing once he's actually had a chance to hit me. He's not gonna hit me for a while. We'll just do it now. So now I have a 2k health pool. He's also got a really big one. I should be healing more, though. He's got Emerald Dream. I probably shouldn't have Sunlit. I probably should have just, like, spammed Blink Strike. I don't know. I don't know, man. Do we win? I don't know. I can heal a lot with Ancient Blessing. This might be very long. Because I don't hit him that hard. I don't hit him very hard at all. Maybe once Sunny Day... No, because Emerald Dream still heals for a bunch. Hey, Hazel, what did I miss? Hey, we did a couple things. We did some Wailing Caverns. I did some Blackwing Lair. I didn't get any loot. We did some LFR raid at the beginning. The air is only on your stuns. Doesn't apply on self-stun abilities. Interesting. Okay. Healer duel. Yeah, this is actually gonna last forever. I don't know if this ends. Like, I can have... So, I have more health than him without the sunlight. I'm gonna avoid reapplying the sunlight. For now. To see. Because I hit him for what? I hit him for 200 and... or like 150. He's actually hurting me more. I think he wins. Because my critter ratio is not getting used at all, and he's getting quite a bit of mileage out of that other one. I don't think I can win this, because I can apply sunlight and heal for like a bunch, but I'm gonna forfeit. I don't think I take this. I think he actually wins. I think the green dragon wins! Is this a PvP pet? That was a PvP pet battle. That's the kind of video that Hero wants us to do. Specific pet battle locations outside Blackrock Cold. I like that they kind of port you to different places like that. The Swifty was about, I think, yeah, pretty Rick and Morty. In any case, thank you guys so much for coming out. The VoD of the stream is going to be made available tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, if anybody wants to catch up on anything that they might have missed. Kitty and me, thank you for stopping by. I'm going to be announcing the baking stream dates this weekend. I still haven't sorted out the mic problem. I've tried a couple things. I need to return some stuff and try some other stuff, but I'm going to do my best. But probably on Sunday, I'm going to announce the Battle Pet winners and the baking stream dates. We'll be making 2 new things on stream this month. I'm going to be finishing up the Tomb Guides and doing Tomb of Sargeras stuff and eventually get some Family Familiar stuff. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks, guys. Bye!